wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, woo, wheeling dealing, limousine riding, jet flying, son of a gun, and I'm having a hard time holding these alligators.
You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairing on it, flaring on it. We Ric Flairing on it. You talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairing on it, flaring on it. Check, we Ric Flairing on it, flaring on it. It's apparent these girls staring. I'm Ric Flairing, gold across my chest. I'm fresh to death, I'm Paul Bearing, not at all scary. When I open like Betty Wops and find to these circles that's going in like a carry shot. Woo! I'm going in like a Mary Pop off that Mary Crop at the top flow at the Marriott. So questioning me is like questioning you. See, we the best dressed, so come and get blessed with the crew. Not one but two, different ways to slaughter your crew. Committed tat across the chest, I guess she blessed with the truth. People want to see them checks, representation of proof. Living through my elders, trying to resonate to the youth. But ain't nothing to get my flash on. Longevity is heavily embedded in my melanin. Layman terms, I last long. My grind repetitive, I'm smoother than real silk. Lyrical cash cow, who can't cry over spilled milk. We in here. You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairing on it, flaring on it. We Ric Flairing on it, flaring on it. You talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairing on it, flaring on it. We Ric Flairing on it, flaring on it. This ain't no normal situation, this preparation with greatness. Industry full of fakeness, it's really up for the taking. See, life is what happened to you, more so how you take it. Don't get stripped of your knowledge and mentally leave you naked. I like to live otherwise. I'm sorry that I'm fresh to death. I put the polo and apologize. See, Black Sun, we ain't nothing like them other guys. Quit to socialize, we organize, then we mobilize. Off the deep end like a scuba diver. And no confusion, just keep it pushing like Uber drivers. Woo! Business fresh just like a supervisor in a Gucci visor. Can't find a smoother rhymer. You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairing on it, flaring on it. We Ric Flairing on it. You talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairing on it, flaring on it. We Ric Flairing on it, flaring on it.
Yeah, DQ baby. Shout out that boy Nigga for that fire track. Hey, Black Sun, sun up. What's up, Vinny Vegas? What in Vegas? Yeah. Shout out.
Hit up Ohasha. Listen, brother, off script, there is a word from the Lord. Listen, God has given you the anointing of pettiness. Brother, you've been getting on JSU's neck since you got here. I never knew you was going to do a show about the Dion disciples. But beyond that, brother, listen, keep bringing the smoke. Keep bringing the pettiness. Listen, the people want to hear you. They're going to hear you. And remember, God's going to bless you. Be blessed, brother.
Breakdown. I love, too easy topic, don't take offense when I touch down. I got it to a T, not a QB sneak, but if your D look weak, I'ma rush now. The trick of the trade, we're trying to celebrate. Everybody want it done tastefully. They can't tackle me, they knowing it's the truth, but they still wanna hear me say it tactfully.
H is for the heavy hits, how we handle his hypertension has to be clever. It's better if they just let him sit. Nah, this ain't a hobby, hallelujahs hollow the halls. This is champions writing the hieroglyphs on the walls.
Everyone envisioning encrypted plays on the side. Know the end goal, the end zone, and enter in my eyes. Echoes from people, me host emos enchanted inside. Entanglements in the trenches, clear benches, enjoy the ride. Essentially we eccentric, yet we also eclectic. Well respected, collected, and never look for no exit. No exceptions, it's expected. You took an L, so accept it. Can't water the squad down, every player electric.
That's shocking, I'm exercising every evident energy leading to victory. I call that energy winergy. When we play, it's like a symphony. Execution of an extra point to put me up for endorsement deals. I'm in the end zone now, my favorite place on the field. I see no equal obstacles, even odds fall when stacked against us. We crack them in the trenches, then we send them back to benches. Eternalize my endeavors, Canton enshrinement. Exit 107 on 77's where you'll find us.
Jay, bro, you snapped on that one, bro. That's cold. I salute you.
Man, right back at you to the backpack pole. We both did our thing. It's Joe Allende, by the way, yeah. Scotty, Mike Reed, yeah. D breakdown,
What is going on, everybody? You already know what it is. Back with another Wednesday, and I couldn't do it without my brother from another. Listen, it's always a tough week when Pothole State pulls out another one. So here we go. Get ready. Mike, we on. Mike, we on.
I just wanted it to marinate. That's all, Scott. I just wanted it to marinate. Woo! Oh man, what a week. Scotty, how you doing?
I've been better.
Hey, what? Great birthday. Get to beat up on them Jags for my birthday.
Your sound is going in and out. You might want to take your AirPods out. The sound going.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, it's
Am I
going in
good?
and out. It's going in and out.
I got you. These people need to hear me today. There we go. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, you need to hear me today.
Nice and loud.
They need to hear me today.
Well, before we get into your foolishness, let us do an official, you know what I'm saying, off script, the breakdown. Hit him with it. Birthday, Mike Reed.
Appreciate that.
Listen, guys, if you got 5, 10, 15, 20, listen, if you're a Powell State fan and you are not blessing your brother in arms after taking a big victory and gloating as he does. Listen, man, there's a lot of shows that talk about Powell State, right? It's a lot of shows that talk about it. But nobody gloats. Nobody gloats better than Mr. A1 Mike Reed right to my side. No, nobody does it better. So if you're a Powell State fan, now listen, if you're a Southern fan, you want to give him $5. Listen, I don't mind. You know, if you want to give him 22 cents, how many points y'all score? If y'all want to get 33 cents.
30, yeah, give me 33 cents.
It could be $3.30. It could be 30 cents. It could be $33. Whatever you want. Go ahead and bless Mike Reed. Give y'all the entertainment that y'all get.
I would appreciate it. It could be 1 cent, 2 cent, 3 cent. I would appreciate anything. Yeah.
All right, back to you and your gloating and whatever you want to do.
You know, hey, best birthday ever. Beat up on them Jags. Just to beat up on them Jags. I loved every second of it.
Oh man. So I know you went to the Cowboys game on Saturday. So where'd you watch the game at Saturday?
Scotty, the crazy thing is, I was at TCU and UCF game. But hey, I had to watch them Jackson State Tigers on my phone, man. I was dialed in the whole time.
So you was at a white game.
Yeah.
Watching HBCU. Ain't that backwards?
Hey, it be like this sometimes.
You should have been at Jackson State watching the white people.
Usually that's how I go, but Scott, I know the quarterback for UCL. Shout out to my boy KJ Jefferson.
Had a comeback win. Cause hey, TCU was up what 21-7?
It was up 21-7?
Yes. I want to say 28-7. It was something like this. UCL kept scratching and clawing. My boy Gus Miles on was dialing it up. Came back, comeback win.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. I like it. All right, let's get into the show because I know you want to talk about the game. So listen, another rivalry. Now, from what Mr. Campbell told me, he said Grambling and Jackson is bigger football-wise than Southern and Jackson. He said just based off the history of between them.
That's correct. That's true. That's true.
You know, I was, when he told me that, I was like, dang, for real? He's like, yeah. He's like, if you really know football and you really know about HBCU football, the Grambling and Jackson game is bigger football-wise.
Yeah, football-wise, that's true.
Football-wise than the Southern and Jackson State game. Keep going. Hey, listen. You know how them Paul State fans feel. What y'all say? Come in your trap, take over your trap, or something like that?
Yeah.
Some foolishness? I don't know what y'all be talking about.
Hey, what's the 89 Travion Scott?
Yeah.
You welcome. Sold you out. You want to? Hey, Scotty, you want to get a sold out show? Book JSU. Book it in our bio. You want a sold out show? Booking it is in the bio. Another sold out show. Hey, Travion Scott, you welcome. Cause I heard you ain't had a sold out show in a long time.
Why you be always going into my slides, man? God, that we gonna get there. We gonna get there. It's me. I do it. Like, it's me. I got you. I got all the hot topics.
Let me slow down there, Scotty. Let me slow down.
See, it's like Perry. What Perry say? You ain't used to having nothing, but when you get some, you can't even just you so amped. Oh, we winning. Let me calm down. Calm down.
Winning ever since we been started the show.
Hey,
3 years ago.
Man, we don't know how to win nothing. Jesus. You know, I gotta tell my son the same thing. Act like you've been there before, okay? Yeah. Act like you've been there before. Listen, and when you do that, do it in an elite way. Elite 15 Coffee, veteran-owned, black-owned business. You already know what it is. Anything you need, Colombian, Dominican, coffee in, it don't matter. We got it at Elite 15. Links in the description below. Once again, go support a black-owned coffee business, veteran-owned, black-owned, coffee-owned business. All right. Now, your quick thoughts before we move into the next week. What's some thoughts that you had on the Southern and beatdown game?
Yeah, I like the way we dominated, Scotty, as I thought we would. I love the way we dominated. But Southern, toward the end of the game, I'm sure Southern saw some things that they can build on. But the game was out of reach at that time. So, but I like what I saw. Shout out to TC with the play caller. I saw a lot of new different things. That boy started using that orbit. You know what that orbit is?
You know who you talking about?
That boy using orbit. That boy looks like Alabama. That boy was using that Alabama orbit. Scotty.
He probably used that orbit motion like 2 times, bro. Like,
I had to call to Jackson and make sure Lane Kiffin went down there calling the plays. Yeah. But it was TC all alone.
Y'all read orbit like twice, bro. He talking about, oh, you see that orbit? Yeah, you read it twice, 2 times.
Dialing it up. TC was dialing it up. TC need to be number 2 on your list too, Scott.
Yeah, negative. Nah,
does the play calling list change from week to week?
Yeah, it does. It does.
Okay, bet. Okay, so TC got a good chance of moving up in the ranking next week. Yeah. But yeah, overall, it was a good game for the Tigers, man. Good teams beat who they supposed to beat, and we did that. So I'm happy about that. But it's some things we can work on, but we can only get better, Scotty. So we'll correct those things.
You can get worse.
We have a good week.
It ain't no only can get better. You can get worse too. You can get worse.
We can get better. We can only get better, Scotty.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. I'll tell you this. I think the most disappointing thing to me is everything that I talked about came true. I think that's the thing that hurts me the most. Like, I literally said, and I should have clipped it. I literally said, if Noah Biden plays in this game, the game is over. I said that.
You said that.
I said that on Wednesday. I said, if Noah Biden plays the game, if he gets in the game at any point in time, the game is over. And that's exactly what happened. T-Set goes down. Noah Biden gets in the game was over. You can say whatever you want about the 300 yards. Listen, that's Dak Prescott stats, okay? Garbage stats. Garbage air yards, garbage stats, because you didn't do it when it mattered. Yes, is Jack State's defense, the secondary, bad? Yes, but you didn't do it when it mattered. You didn't do it when it mattered. So
like we let up. We let up in the second half.
It don't matter what you did, okay? Your secondary is bad anyway, but it's not like ass, but it's just bad. It's not as good. But at the end of the day, like, yeah. So no, Biden is. I'm not saying. Oh God, people tell me I need to chill out on these kids, and I like, bro, like, they're adults, okay? if you
take any NIL money, you grown.
Nah, for real, bro. Like y'all Bama's not kids, man. Y'all not.
You take NIL money, you grown. I don't care how you spend it.
If you can take your ass to war, you grown, and you grown. Period. So if you can be at the club buying shots, you can take no Diddy, right? No Diddy. You can take these shots. I'm about to shoot at you. No Diddy. All right. So yeah, he's not the answer. So then when he got in the game, I was like, Jesus Christ, here we go. My worst nightmare came to pass, and now Noah Biden's in the game, and game is over, which it was. It was over. And he made some great throws, but can you do that consistently? Can you do it when it matters? I think not. So, yeah, that was just, Jesus Christ. All right, let's get into a little hot topic. All right, and first up on hot topic, of course, Mr. Yeah. I'm so excited. I can't hide it. Matt Belinson said Grambling State AD Travion Scott on the upcoming matchup with Jack State. We're expecting to be sold out. It is expected to be the first sellout since the 1990s.
That's wild.
Damn. That's crazy to me. Either Grambling's just been that bad or fans just don't come out and support, because to me it's like, what about the Devontae Kincaid years? They weren't selling out during the Kincaid years.
They win a lot of football games then, Scott.
I'm confused. Like, so what were y'all Bama's doing in the Kincaid years? Y'all just not showing up? I mean, they don't make no sense to me. Did y'all not play Jack State in Grambling when Kincaid was there? But again, as I say, and Miss Howard, shout out to Miss Howard, she in here. She a Grambling alum. My thing is this. I keep telling people, HBCU people don't care about football. I keep saying that.
Hey, Scott, there's some truth to that.
I'm just saying.
There's some truth to that.
So I'm just saying. But somebody said the 2017 game was packed. We just weren't good, Scotty. Okay. But listen, at the end of the day, but I will say this though. Y'all do, listen, y'all do travel well. You know, you and Southern boy, y'all gonna do something. Y'all gonna travel out and sell out in the game. Like you said, same thing happened at Alabama State that year when Deion played for the homecoming, right? Like,
yep.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I mean,
you welcome. You welcome. You want a sold out show? Book Jackson State.
This is my thing, and I'm gonna keep saying it. And it goes into my next point, the next slide, right? Now, Mike, this don't start with a 6.
Hey, Scotty, something wrong with them numbers.
No, there ain't nothing wrong with them numbers.
Oh, it was more than 32,000.
No,
it was 40. I give about 40.
Okay, and
close to 40. I'm gonna say close to 40. I ain't gonna say
just because it's you. I got to come with some video evidence. Now, pause it right there. Now, maybe you don't understand how home field works, but that side, see all that over there? You're supposed to fill that up in your stadium.
Shoot it from that side and show this side.
That's not how home stadiums work.
No. Show this side.
That's not how home stadiums work.
Show this side, because this side is jam packed.
That's not how home stadiums work, sir. See, look, see right there. You see how that? You got to keep going though, Mike. See, y'all like to stop at this horseshoe. You got to keep going.
But Scotty, we put more numbers than anybody else.
That's not the point. That's not what you come on here and say every week. That's not what you say every week. What do you say? Tell me what you say.
Got it. November 2nd. November 2nd. I guarantee you 60,000 in unison. I guarantee it.
Listen, sir. Now, Mike, if you want to say 30,000 and you, I don't have a problem with that. And that's realistic because y'all never fill up the other side of your stadium. That's why y'all be begging for Bama's to come out and be like, hey, man,
you act like nobody comes to the JSU game.
Yeah, sir, we're looking at the same video. That is all supposed to be blue on the other side.
Got it. Fam, you don't yes, put in those numbers. Alabama State don't put in those numbers. Alabama A&M don't put in those numbers. All don't put up those numbers. Valley for damn sure don't put up those numbers. Texas Southern don't put up those numbers. PB don't put up those numbers. Southern don't put up those numbers. Grambling don't put up those numbers. Pine Bluff for damn sure don't put up those numbers. I'm just saying, what more do you want from us?
Again, it's what you're saying. You're saying 60,000, and I'm telling you that is not because you say. I'm gonna break down what you say. 60,000 blue and white pom poms in unison. Now, if I'm looking across the aisle, I don't see blue and white pom poms in unison across the field. That means you cannot illegitimately get 60K. Now, if you come over here and say, Scotty, 30,000 in you, I would have nothing to say. I'd be like, it's fair.
The time to ride from homecoming. 60,000. It's gonna be a beautiful sight to see.
Not gonna fill up your side.
Homecoming, we are. Watch.
So you're gonna fill up the other side of the ball on homecoming. All right. Shout out to Mark Davis for the video. I stole it from him in his Facebook. I'm just saying.
They're rocking too, Scotty.
They're lying catchphrases. They're lying. Like, you see that meme? The lies. They're lies.
It's a catchphrase, Scotty.
I don't care. That's all y'all Bama's do is lie. Lie. That's like somebody. That's like older dudes, like young guys, be lying on their dick. I mean, I keep them. I keep a bag. I keep a few baddies on my team. Like, no, you don't. I know you. No, you don't. Right. So again, Mike, stop lying. Y'all must be lying. Just say 30,000 in unison, and everything will be fine. Everything.
That's fun.
That's all I'm saying.
That's hilarious.
In this video, I ain't never seen somebody lie with video evidence. I'm telling you, Scotty. I can literally get video evidence at homecoming that y'all don't fill up the other side. And
Scotty, who does that in the SWAC? Who?
That's not the question, though, Mike. That's not what you be out here spewing. That's not what you're spewing, though.
We still need attendance.
People see me and they pull out the Mike slogan. It's lies. It is lies. If you see me when I actually went to Paho State, when I was going down there, people were like, Scotty, 60. Stop lying. Stop lying right there. Stop lying. Stop lying. Scotty,
it's gonna forever be 60,000 in unison. One accord. Blue and white pom-pom. That's not gonna rock it too, Scotty.
I'm not seeing. How you know? You weren't even there. You was watching it at a PWI.
I was there in spirit. I'm always there in spirit, Scotty. The spirit of Mike Reed when the pom-poms get to shaking.
Oh man, that's the only time y'all engaged is when there's some music come on a touchdown. That's it. That's it. Because ain't nobody yelling nothing. Ain't nobody yelling defense.
Hey, when that dark side defense get you on third down, you gonna hear it.
Yeah, okay. Again, that ain't recent.
Bro,
that ain't.
Why are we bringing up Mississippi State?
1980, who was playing in Jerry Rice and them boys? Like, what are we talking about? That's when you got to bring up 60,000 when y'all actually.
We did 60,000 with Dion.
Stop it. No, you never. Not never. Not never. And that's probably why Dion left. He didn't get his money. Y'all was scamming.
Dion lied. Y'all got his money.
Y'all was scamming.
Dion got his money.
Scamming. They scamming, stealing from the church plate. That's what y'all was doing, stealing from the church plate.
But still, we do more numbers than anybody else. Look, be up there with Oregon State, man. Come on now.
I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with that. All I'm saying is, can you just give me the real number of 30,000? That's all I'm asking. Just be honest. Stop lying.
And that number right there, tainted. It's more than 32,000 in that stadium, Scott.
Listen, when they said how many. Listen, they count how many tickets you sold. Remember, I'm gonna go back to Dion. Not how many people you sneak in. That's not how that works. That's not how that works. See, when you do it the white way, they count tickets because white people buy tickets, right? So it's like not how many people you snuck in through the gate and they got to the top and they just kicking there chilling. We just happy to be here. Not that. They talk about actual tickets sold. So
more than 32,000 in that stadium.
Again, like Dion said, you're telling me there's 40,000 people in here, but when I get back, it's only 40,000 tickets being sold. You might not like it, but I ain't lying. I ain't lying. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. So, however y'all decide to count up them tickets and count them people miraculously, just how it goes, man. That's how it goes, y'all. I just wish y'all would stop lying. That's all I ask. This is y'all would just stop lying and just say, hey, Scotty, 30,000 in unison, one accord. I'm like, oh, that makes sense. I seen that. I seen 30,000. I've never seen 60. In the 4 years I've been here, I have never seen
60. It was 60 when
I have never seen blue and white pom-poms on the opposite side of the field. I ain't seen it. I ain't seen it.
You ain't been to homecoming.
Ain't seen it.
You ain't been to homecoming.
Okay, y'all still ain't gonna get 60,000, and we gonna get a report at homecoming of 40,000 people in the stand. You be like, Scotty, I'm like, I thought 60 supposed to be there, Mike. What happened to 60K? That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Just changing the narrative. All right, let's get to the SWAC Power 5.
It was tough this week, Scotty. Man, the Mike Reed committee, we had a lot of deliberation going on in that room about this week.
Again.
Say, can you send me a jersey? Can I please get a jersey to put on my wall, brother? Please. Hook you up.
Buy the jersey and then how about
that?
Yeah, buy the jersey. Support them, right? This is my thing. And Zay lying because it was all Corn fans. All Corn fans filled up the other half of the stadium. Now I was there the last all Corn. I was there personally. So you can't tell me you was on the field. I was in the stands. I looked over and saw. All right. I looked over and saw he said facts. And
I do that.
There you go. All right. So yeah. So I'm just saying, I was there. I saw it with my own two eyes. All right. So y'all need to stop lying. All right. Because y'all be the main ones. Scotty. Yeah, and that's the thing. Y'all be so backwards. Y'all be like, Scotty, man, you know, they don't even bring their fans. They don't even travel. Why? It's your
don't travel.
It's your stadium. It's your stadium. Why they gotta travel?
I'll take over your trip.
Crazy. All right. SWAC Power 5. You already know Mike gonna be on some bull crap. Here you go.
Man, it was tough. The committee did a lot of deliberation this week, Scott.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, let me see my last week. Oh yeah, I had to change up the Texas schools. The Texas schools playing a little bit better ball right now than the Alabama schools. I'm gonna say that. FAMU at 1 until they be beat. It's gonna change because they gonna end up lose. I want to throw JSU up there at 1, Scott. Hey, but half the committee was like, Mike, FAMU still defending SWAC champ, haven't lost in the conference. Hey. So we got them Tigers there too, man. We playing good, fundamental sound football right now. I got Graham at 3 off that big win against Commerce, but that win didn't impress me too much. But put them at 3. PV, and then Texas Southern, Texas school playing a little bit better than the Alabama schools. Everybody else trash. What you think?
Dang, everybody else trash. Dang.
The A on Alcorn Hammer stands for average. Average offense, average defense. Southern trash. UAPB Valley trash. Bethune, we still got to see what they about. I think that game against Clark Atlanta this weekend will tell us a lot about Bethune.
And
So
you act like the JSU don't stand. The J don't stand for just above good. Like what are you talking about? Just above good. That's all JSU stand for. Just above good. Like what are we talking about? Stop it.
win about games.
Just above good.
Just win about games.
Like how job is just over broke. Y'all just above good.
Win about games. The most fundamentally sound football team in the sweat.
Okay, that's just above good.
No,
You should be fundamentally sound. That's football.
but them other Bama's ain't.
How not? Fam, you
Scotty. Scotty. See, okay, since we on the subject of FAMU, I'm gonna agree with my boy Ken Clark. Hey, I need that same energy with FAMU against Troy that y'all had with us against ULM. I need that same energy. I need that exact same energy.
So them playing Miami and putting points on Miami, that don't mean nothing?
No, that's Miami. That's Miami.
So that doesn't mean anything.
No.
So
that's
who's
Miami.
better? So who's better, Troy or ULM?
Hey, ULM looking pretty good, Scotty. Hey, the way they whooped up on UAB, they looking pretty good.
All right, we'll see.
So I need that same energy. Because you know it's different when your jersey say Jackson State than anybody else. It's real different. But you know what? Don't worry about it. We a boogeyman.
Are you really?
Boogeyman.
I don't really think you're the
Hey,
boogeyman.
do me a favor. Look up under your bed and tell me what you see. Jackson State gonna be up under it.
If anybody's the boogeyman, it'll be FAMU in my personal
FAMU's
opinion.
not the boogeyman, Scotty. I'm not impressed by FAMU.
Hey, raise your hand if you won a national championship.
We the boogeyman, Scotty. Scotty. Look up under your bed and tell me what you see.
Raise your hand if you won a national championship. I'm sorry. Is your hand still down? Oh, okay. My bad.
We the boogeyman.
You know what? You know who else can't? Grambling.
We the boogeyman.
Now I know. Don't get it twisted. I know this is Jack State show, but don't get too big for your britches. All right,
hey, October 19th, you gonna see what's up.
Okay, yeah. Don't get too big for your britches, because I mean, please understand that there's only two teams on this list that got championship pedigree, and you ain't on it. National championship pedigree, and you ain't on it. So again, what? Listen, how they say Players Club? Watch your mouth.
Hey, this South Carolina cheat the first year.
Watch your mouth and keep your hands.
Carolina State cheat.
All right.
Did they cheat the first year?
Who cheated?
South Carolina State. Did they cheat?
Who?
Did we have a report about South Carolina State cheating that year?
Oh yeah, they used ineligible players during the season.
Hey.
That don't have you.
Hey,
that don't have nothing to do with
it. Hey, we gotta vacate. We gotta vacate that win. Vacate that win.
That's not what NCAA said. The NCAA said they fine.
NCAA vacate that win.
The NCAA said they was good. They said that 31-10 whooping stands. Listen, you can't get mad because you ain't got no national championship.
Scott.
You can't be mad that you had a team full of NFL pros and couldn't get a national championship.
Cheated, man. They had to.
Man, 31-10 is a cheat. 31-10, they cheated. Okay, then what about the next year when you had Travis Hunter, Shador, Sivion Wilkinson? You had everybody. What happened then?
Don't remind me of that one, Scott.
Oh, okay, yeah. That's a loss too.
That one hurt it.
That's another loss. Again, I say, you know what FAMU is in national championships? At the Celebration Bowl, guess what? Guess what they are? 1-1. 1. Not what? 0-2. 0-2. Oh, and who?
Hey, we'll settle this. We'll settle this. October 19th.
You worse than Alcorn.
We'll settle it. We'll settle it.
Y'all like the Buffalo Bills back in the 90s. You just couldn't make it. Okay, you just couldn't get over the hump. It's okay though. You know what I'm saying?
We'll settle it October 19th.
Again, watch your mouth.
You know that meme they got with the Grim Reaper going door to door? That's Southern. Southern's the first door. We already been to that door. We knocking on Grambling door this week.
Okay.
The boogeyman.
Okay. All right. We'll see. All right. Again. I say again. You're the only one. They're the only team with a conference win. Does that not mean that matters? You guys scheduling SWAC out of conference games to me is the most irrelevant shit possible. You're playing SWAC games that don't mean anything. Literally, Southern lost that game. Other than it's a rivalry, it does not matter.
We gotta show these folks we the boogeyman. Scott.
It doesn't mean anything to me. I hate seeing it. I really hate seeing it. Like, why are you playing conference out of conference games? It does not make sense to me. So again, I can't give it to you. So 2 is Texas Southern, 3 is Jackson State, Grambling at 4, and Alabama State at 5. Alabama State at 5 is looking good because their defense offensively, it is what it is. But from what I've been told, Kevin Sims, the guy they played at Sanford, isn't going to be the guy going forward. So we'll see how that goes as that journey keeps going on. But yeah, man, like I just can't. And then, you know,
Sanford is bad.
You said what?
Sanford is bad.
Sanford is bad. I mean, at the end of the day, listen, half the SWAC wouldn't have beat them. So I mean, they ain't too bad.
We can beat them.
You probably could have. I'm not gonna lie to you. You probably could have beat them. If they stop your run game, then you're definitely done for. I would have said that, but
that's easier said than done.
Most
that running back stable we got.
Yeah. So we'll see. And then once again, when you actually play Texas Southern for a conference game and y'all either win or lose.
Hey, Scott, stay up next. Like I said, we did not go Southern door. The Grambling door, we knocking on it right now. Next week, Texas Southern. They gonna get the issue. The boogeyman coming for you too.
I don't. He's the most.
We'll sell out Houston. You welcome.
He's the most pointless ass games
We'll sell out Houston. You welcome.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't think it'll be a sellout, but we'll definitely see. But I'm curious to see how this all goes down today. On Saturday with the Grambling and Jackson State game as well. All right, let's get into a little high-low. High or low? All right, high or low? Jackson does 275 in passing.
Low?
Yeah, we know that. I should have put like 150.
Yeah, Scotty.
Yeah, I should have did like 200 yards or something like that. I listen. I think it's gonna be low as well, but I think it's gonna be like 195, something around there, maybe 180. I think Grambling's gonna come into this game really, really hyper focused on stopping the run. You have to, because you got to make Jackson State beat you in the air. You got to make them beat you in the air. You just got to. All right. Grambling throws for 250.
Low. I don't see. I see us put pressure on Miles Crowley. I don't see him doing all that. Cause what he had last week?
125.
125 under 50%. 2 picks. Nah. He ain't gonna put up 250 against the dark side defense. Not at all. No, sir. I hope you say low.
No.
Huh?
No. I think it's a push. I think he might go 250. I think he has to for me personally, for this game to go in Grambling's favor, Miles is going to have to probably throw for 300 yards. That's just where I feel like he's going to have to
go in his favor then.
50, 275, and I think he's going to have to go 250 or above. He's going to have to make this game competitive, because I don't know if Grambling's O-line is good enough to. Again, I say that I'm going to keep saying it. I think Grambling is the most talented team offensively. Just flat out with talent, you're not seeing.
Yeah, they got talent. I agree with this guy. They got talent. But I think for this game to be competitive, Miles is going to have to go dumb. Like,
225, 230, 250. Like he's going to have to definitely be over 200 yards, in my personal opinion. So I'm with Miss Howard. I think it's a push. I want to say like I think it's gonna be between like 245 and 260, but I'm gonna go push with the 250.
What you think his completion percentage gonna look like?
60.
Threw under 50 last week.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be 60 something. Because I think I'm not saying that I think your defense. Looking at Texas A&M Commerce, I think it's.
And then Scott, it went 3 for 14 on third down. That's trash.
Yeah, listen, man. Don't Timona Jr. me on this show, okay? Because I know She Loves Crazy she be like, she love reading stats, but did you watch the game? No.
Nah, I ain't watched the film. I didn't get a chance.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you didn't watch the game.
I'm gonna watch the film tonight. I'm gonna watch it tonight. I've been outside for my birthday. I've been outside for my birthday and all type of crazy stuff. I'm gonna break it. I'm gonna watch it tonight.
Looks really bad, but if you watch the game, guys were running open. He was missing them. So
but Scotty,
what?
Now we're gonna talk about their defense. We're gonna talk about their defense, but offensively, the numbers ain't numbering, Scotty.
The numbers ain't numbering.
No, you lost the possession. You lost the possession battle. You went 3 for 14 on third down.
Again, did you watch the game? No.
10 penalties. You undisciplined. Trash.
High or low? Jack State runs for 1.
Oh, Scott, come on now. You know the answer to that. We all know the answer to that. That's so high. Whitney Houston high.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go about. Sharp probably put this at like 150.
Eric gonna take up 75 himself. Cause you know we running back by committee, Scott. Like Mike Tomlin would say.
Yeah.
They gave up. They gave up.
170
rushing yard. 267 rushing yard.
200 on the ground. That's tough.
Can't stop the run. It's gonna be a long day for them guys. I might need to change my scope. Long day for them guys.
Yeah. Well, what's up?
Commerce really killed themselves. They turned the ball over 4 times.
That's not. Did you watch the game? No.
So what were the turnovers? Break it down to me, Scott. What were the turnovers that Commerce had?
They had 1 fumble and picks. That's part of the game. Like
first fumble, somebody jailed.
No, like they punched the ball out.
Okay.
Yeah, and then they threw picks. Like that's not like.
But Scott, what happened when you don't force them turnovers? Because Scott, you said it. You said it Monday.
Again.
You said it Monday. Hey, we fundamentally sound.
Listen, I'm telling you.
I turn the ball over, Scott. What happened when you don't get them turnovers?
That's not true. Your guys turn the ball over when they don't catch the ball.
What happened when you don't get them turnovers?
But my thing is this. If Grambling didn't even capitalize on all the opportunities they had to put up points. The score is not indicative of the game. That's what I'm trying to tell you. The 21 points you see, what was it, 28 points from Texas A&M Commerce?
Yeah.
They earned that 28. Let me be very clear. All those 28 points, Texas A&M Commerce earned that 28. The points that Grambling scored, it was like, why is it only 21 points? That's the difference. If I'm being honest, the game should have been 45-21. Realistically, that's how bad they was doing them. But Miles Crawley was dog. It was like Stevie Wonder had taken over his body and he couldn't see anything. That's how bad, as I'm saying, if you watch the game.
Scotty, what you think you're going to do against the dark side defense?
Nothing about your defense that is dark. It's nothing about your defense that is dark. I keep trying to explain that to you. You're not elite defensively.
You mustn't see Josh Nobles, a.k.a. Clubber Lane.
He's not that good.
Clubber Lane.
Dog, Josh Nobles is not that good.
On that hand, Clubber Lane.
Dog, listen, bro. Josh, if that's what you're banking on, Josh Nobles, like, bro, he's not that good. He's a body that's able to rush the passer. But if you watch him individually, he's not that good. He's not. Literally half the sacks that he got just came off of just running around the tackle. Like literally, he didn't have to do nothing. He didn't have to make no move. He just literally ran around the tackle.
We don't, with this defense, we don't need to stand out. We're a defensive line by committee. Hey, don't matter who get the shine, baby.
That's
why we get back into that quarterback. That's all that matters.
That's what I'm saying. That's why you're not elite. That's why you don't have a standout guy that does not make you elite. You are a team of average that plays really well. And there's nothing wrong with that. Like you have spot positions that are elite players. Ashton Taylor's an elite player. Jeremiah Williams is an elite player, right? Like those are, I think, True Thompson. I don't know if he plays it, he does not. But those guys are elite talent. The rest of your guys are just guys. Like,
because we winning, Scotty.
And which is nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying I have never said there's nothing wrong with you winning with average. There's nothing wrong with that. You do what you do. I'm just explaining to you that you're not elite. You're not. I've seen what elite looks like. You're far from it. Far from it.
Well, Scotty, who is the elite in this conference?
Nobody's really elite. Like if I'm being like defensively, nobody's really elite. Like who is really good? Alabama State is really good defensively. But other than that, they're not elite. Nobody in the SWAC has an elite defense. And what I mean by that is at all levels.
You talking about like Zayno would.
Yeah, like front line, linebackers, safety, right? Like they're not, there's no defense that I feel in SWAC that's elite on all levels, where you're just like, whew, I don't see no deficiencies. Even with Jack State, Shiloh was still the weakest link on the DBs, and I said that year in, year out, right? So, but there's not that sense of, man, this is going to be a tough. Like last year, FAMU's defense was elite. It was elite. It was top notch.
I ain't saying all that.
What?
Nah. They wasn't nothing like Zayno. Nothing like Zayno.
I didn't say that. I just said they were elite. But even the Zay defense that you're talking about got 42 put on them in the Celebration Bowl. So hold that. So what are we talking about? The same team that you're talking about. Hold up. No,
that team got NFL guys.
Let's have this conversation because the same team that you're talking about was not elite, held South Florida to 24, which Jackson State on both of those teams never played a Power 4 never played G5 competition. ULM was ass when they played them.
How many guys from that defense in the league? I'll wait.
Okay. Marquise Bell? No, he was on the year before.
Yeah.
No, you don't have no NFL guy.
Exactly. Yeah.
That doesn't make, just because you were elite doesn't make you, like, you have to have.
Hey, that's elite.
That's not how that works.
And NFL guys is elite. Elite.
Yeah. That's elite. That's why those Celebration Bowl losses hurt even more.
They defense was good, but it wasn't elite.
Son. No, sir. No, sir. No, sir. Don't try to skirt out of it. You can't, we elite, and you lose both national championship games. What are we talking about?
Every dog has his day.
Oh, okay.
Elite, though.
And you lose the biggest game of the year twice, 2 years in a row, and that's every dog has his day. So your day was every day in the national championship game.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this: How many players from that South Carolina State team went to the NFL?
None.
One.
With
Jacoby Durant.
Oh yeah, I forgot about him.
How many players on the NCCU team went to the NFL? Don't worry, I'll wait. And they beat you both times.
Every dog has a day, Scott. It's other factors. It's other factors that play in, because the first year we had to change the offensive coordinator.
Not our problem. That's your.
TC supposed to be calling that game.
Personal problem.
TC supposed to be calling that game.
Personal problem. That is not.
TC down now.
That is a personal problem. That is not the other team's problem. What I'm saying to you is, you can have an elite defense without having NFL players. That's facts. That's not neither here nor there. That is a factual statement. You can have an elite defense without having NFL talent galore. you were just on the benefit of having NFL talent and still losing games. That doesn't make any sense to me. But to each his own. However you want to dictate that, that's on your own personal preference. But at the end of the day, you don't have to have NFL talent to be an elite defense. That's an asinine statement. If that's the measuring stick for elite defenses, that's not it. I would never say if you guys had an elite defense, if nobody goes to the NFL, that was an elite defense. That's not how FCS football is played. That's not how it's measured. That's just not. Because there's players that have gone to the NFL on bad defenses.
FAMU defense was good, but it wasn't elite.
It was elite.
It was good.
It was good. It was elite. Period.
Good. I'm giving them props. It was good.
It was elite. It was elite. There's no ifs and buts about it. Can't get it. It was 34 and 15 key players hit the portal before the game. That once again, that is a personal problem. That has nothing.
Don't try to swindle it now, Scott.
Okay, let me get this straight. Are we talking about the first national championship game or the second national championship game?
I ain't gonna lie, that first one, Scott, it wasn't the soul and Mercedes-Benz Stadium that could stop Shaq Davis.
With an elite defense, with an NFL elite defense? Oh wow, that's crazy. So and he's in the NFL as well. Shaq is in the NFL. So my thing is this. Why is this an excuse now? Because when the game was going on, that wasn't the excuse then. And you lost by what, 1 point? But you had NFL players. Travis Hunter's going to be an NFL player. Shador is going to be an NFL player. Zay was an NFL player. Dejan Nuggets playing. He's not playing in the NFL, but he's playing with a pro team, a little indoor pro team. So what do we? Shiloh Sanders probably going to be in the NFL. So what are we? Aubrey Miller's playing with the CFL. Like, what are we talking about right now? Y'all make so many excuses. It's ridiculous.
It's always when it comes to Jack State, the goalposts get moved. It's all good.
I'm not moving the goalposts. I'm not. I'm taking your premise. You're telling me you had an elite defense because you have NFL players.
We just got out-coached in the second one, Scott.
Then just say that. Don't give me the excuses. Just say you got out-coached. That's it. All these excuses that you're talking about don't make no sense.
That's on Deion.
And Deion's still having that problem. That's just a Deion problem.
Anyway, FAMU was all right. They were good. We was elite, though. We was elite. They was okay. We was elite.
And elite, okay. So
we was elite. FAMU defense was good last year. But the year before last, well, we was elite.
So an okay defense.
We was elite.
So an okay defense can win a national championship, but an elite defense can't. I'll let you hold on that one. Grambling rushed for 115 yards.
We Scotty. Come on now.
Now, mind you, Grambling has some running backs.
115. Hold on, let me think.
Because if you're using the same premise as yours for running back by committee, Grambling got 2 running backs that can do work too.
115. I get on 115, Scott.
Yeah, I'm gonna go high.
Over the course of the game. Yeah.
I'm gonna go high. I think they can pull it out. Hopefully Dooley dials something up that makes it work, but I think they can pull it out. All right, over and under. Over and under. This game has 5 touchdowns scored.
Under.
Oh,
I got a low scoring game.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go over. I think it's gonna be a shootout. I really do. I think it's gonna be a shootout.
Okay.
I think it's kind of hard to have a shootout with a team that runs the ball the way that y'all do, but
yeah.
If the game, I don't know why I don't think this game. I felt the Southern game was capable of being more of a slugfest. I think that I'm banking on like Grambling being able to score like pretty efficiently, but it all, like I said, they always go back down the mile. So if If you get a good Miles, it's gonna be a good game. If you get a bad Miles, it's gonna be an ass game.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be It's gonna be a low scoring game.
It is what it is. All right.
Game.
3 running backs for over 60 yards so throughout the whole both teams.
Oh, both teams.
Both teams. Three running backs for 60 yards.
I'd say over 2. I say push 2 from us, 1 from them.
2 for y'all, 1 for them.
2 for us. So it probably like Miller and Mulligan for us, and then they get a running back. Or JD, because JD will be running hard too.
I'm gonna go under. I'm gonna go under on this one. Yeah, I think you might have one guy really, really pops out, and then Grambling might have somebody that pops out, but I don't think it's gonna be. Yeah, I'm gonna go under on this one. I'm definitely go under. All right, and last but not least, total points 56 over and under.
Under.
Okay. All right. I would love to see what Vegas has this game at. I would love to see that. All right. Let's get to these players to watch. Players to watch for Jack State. What you got?
Yeah, I got. Hey, don't be hating on my boy Nobles, man. AKA Club Lion with the club on their hand. And then that's your boy Ashton Taylor, Scotty. That's your boy right there. Hey, that boy be all over the field. I thought Reed Pullen be all over the field. No, Ashton Taylor be all over the field. Wherever you see the ball at, he gonna be near it.
Yeah, I like that kid a lot. I like that kid's elite. He's really good. I like that kid a lot, and I like how the defensive coordinator allows him to play freely to the ball. So I'm a fan.
Hey, that defensive coordinator be dialing it up, man.
And Ashton, I apologize for misspelling your name, by the way, but go ahead.
That defensive coordinator be dialing it up, man. He be dialing it up, Scotty.
Go ahead. What you got?
And my third one, Earl Mulligan, man. You know we gonna run the ball, Scott. Hey, Scotty, did you like our offensive line?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, they look really good.
Them boys got the moving on Saturday.
Yep.
So, yeah, Earl Mulligan gonna have a big day. We gonna run that. We gonna run that ball, man. We gonna run the ball.
I'm gonna do that. You know what? I'm gonna start doing that next week. I'm gonna do that next week. So what I'm gonna do next week is I'm gonna put the answers that we had in the bottom corner.
That'll work.
Yeah, so we know who was over, under, all that type of stuff. So I'm gonna do that next week. So starting next week, I'm gonna start doing that. Appreciate the comment, Mr. Kincaid.
Scotty, hold on.
What's up?
What's today? Wednesday? My phone ain't been ringing, Scotty. I ain't got an email, a phone call, a text message. Like, I gotta call T-Mobile and see if my phone's still on, bro. Cause nobody has called me in reference to chicken wings this week. Got it. But Scotty, in the past, I used to get phone call after phone call. I used to call my cousins. I used to call my references. They call everybody in my family looking for me. But I ain't been getting the phone call lately, Scott.
That's good to hear. That's good to hear. All right, players to watch for Grambling. Listen, I should have had players to watch and player to show up. Like that's what I should have done. So I'm gonna do it like this: the player to show up, who needs to show up, is Miles Crawley. Miles Crawley, listen, good Miles Crawley needs to show up in this game. It ain't no. Listen, good Miles Crawley needs to show up in this game. He needs to be locked in and ready to go. So if I'm just separating him from players to watch, players to show up is just simply Miles Crawley. Now,
Scott,
what's up?
The whole team is players to show up because we all know Grambling will be a no-show now. You got to watch them. They'll pull a no-show on you. So really the whole team players to show up. My JSU people and my Graham people know what I'm talking about. Because Grambling would not show up on your ass.
You talking about like fan-wise?
No, team.
I'm missing it.
Back. What I forgot what year it was. We had homecoming. We played them for homecoming. The players went on strike or something. They didn't show up, guys.
Oh,
a scrimmage for homecoming.
I got it. I was like, I'm missing something. I think I'm missing.
Yeah. So that's a long running joke that's like in the Rough and the Swag page. We be like, shit, Grambling gonna show up this year? We don't know.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, 2013. Yeah, the player went on strike, Scott. So they
That's
show up to the game to get to it.
Hey, listen, it be like that in HBC football. Javon Robinson, listen, this kid, you want to talk about elite? Because you don't got no elite receivers. That kid, right? This kid by himself, it can change the dynamic of the game. Absolutely. Javon Robinson, and I'm going to keep saying this, and I'm going to keep saying it, and Mickey Joseph needs to get his head out of his ass, and the OC, Eric Duty, needs to get the head. This kid should not walk out of any game without 8 to 10 targets, period. I don't care how you get this kid the ball. Jet sweep, screens, bubble screens, slants, drags, whatever. He just needs the ball in his hand. And I like this kid, Andrew Jones. And listen, when you got a linebacker that don't got no neck, like, listen, those the jokers that be hitting. The linebackers ain't got no neck. The shoulders be here, and the only neck roll they got is the pad that come in that joker. Those the Bammers that be hitting.
Yeah.
And that Bama Andrew Jones, and listen, the only Andrew Jones I know was the one that played for the Braves, and he was amazing. And the name spelled the exact same way, right?
Yeah. Because they had Andrew and Chipper Jones.
Hey, listen.
I remember that.
Hey, them boys was bad, okay?
I remember that.
And this boy is bad too, man. The kid flies around, gets to the ball, and listen, he reminds me like the way he's built, no Diddy, right? He just reminds me of like an action figure, like one of those, he reminds me of Weapon X, the Bama from the Eagles, Brian Dawkins.
Yeah.
That's what he reminds me of, the way he flies around the field as a linebacker. He reminds me of Brian Dawkins. Like he has a reckless abandonment. He might miss. he might miss you, but if he gets you, if he connects, you're gonna feel it. You know what I'm saying? So,
buckle up his chest strap, say it in.
Hey, yeah, he's that type of kid. He's definitely that type of kid. But I'm excited to see what that looks like going forward for this team and everything like that. All right. So those are my players to watch. Once again, my player to show up.
The whole team. The Buzz. The entire team.
Yeah, you're probably right about that one. I can't blame you.
Scott, if the game get out of hand with Grambling, do we move up in your top 5?
No, it's not a conference game.
Don't do that, Scott.
I got to. It's not a conference game.
Still mean we good.
I didn't say you wouldn't be good.
Okay.
You can't move up. It's not a conference game. Like it
right. Okay. I see how you want to play it. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, it helps your record, but I mean, it don't got nothing to do with me. Like, I'm waiting for the conference game. It's the same thing I said with Southern last year when they was winning all those. When they lost one, and I think they won one, lost one, or something like that for the out of conference. I told Perry, I was like, bro, like, I can't give you something where the game doesn't count. Like, it literally does not count. And you're just playing it just to play it. Like, I would give it to you if you were playing like a top level FCS, like if you were playing Nichols, if you were playing Stephen F. Austin, if you were playing Tarleton, like if you were playing some teams like that to see where you stood at, I could give you a lot more credit for that. But you right now. I gave you credit for that.
Okay.
Yeah, I gave you. Now the only thing I knocked you on was that you lost, right? Because y'all called him a Mississippi JUCO. So that's why I gave you. That's why I knocked you. Hey, you were supposed to win. But other than that, yeah, like nah, like. And I would say this: depending where I could, and I'm gonna just keep it a buck with you. Where I could is, let's say Grambling runs the table, then I got to give you credit for that, because if they end up running the table in the SWAC and you guys end up beating them however you beat them, then you be like, okay, that game did mean something. You get what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, I get what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's one of those type of situations, kids. You really like the game doesn't matter, right? Because it's not a conference game. So now you're just looking at the game like, okay, what is this team going forward, and what are you going forward? And then when you take a look closer to the end of the season, you look at where Grambling is, and you look what you are, and let's say Grambling ends up being 8-3, and you guys end up being 9-2. You're like, oh man, that was a battle then. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're like, hey, that was that was a pretty sick game.
Yeah.
You know, looking at it in hindsight, right? But just looking at it right now, you just kind of like, it's a game. It's out of conference. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So it's one of those type of things. So here we go. Let's go. Who do you trust? Who do you love? What's that like? That YG joint?
Who do you love?
Yeah, who do you love? Yeah, that thing hard.
Yeah.
Who do you trust?
You know who I'm rolling with, man. Mr. Orbit himself. T.C. Taylor, man.
Mr. Orbit. Lord have mercy.
Mr. Orbit in the offense himself. Boy, we had that Orbit going on. Boy, I was so hyped, Scotty. When I seen that man came in motion and swung back around. TC! Boy, TC be dialing it up, boy.
You know what's sad? That if that's what you could call dialing it up, that's just sad.
No, it's about how you put it together.
If that's the standard of dialing it up, that's sad.
Because Scotty, these days you got to have some eye candy in your offense. Because everything is getting advanced. You can't do that old drop back hitch, all that old school mentality. Nah, you got to have some eye candy in that offense, man, to throw these defenses off. Because these defenses get more advanced.
This is the thing. I'm rolling with Mickey. And the reason I'm rolling with Mickey is because I like what I saw in the Texas A&M Commerce game, even though it didn't. This is my thing. What I saw in the Texas A&M Commerce game was something I've never seen in the SWAC before. And to me, I think that's just a little of what Mickey Joseph is, of just trying to try something different and do something different. And just kind of see, hey, let's see how this works. And hey, let's try this out. And I think that's where Mickey Joseph is at. When I say who do I trust is because I trust Mickey putting his team in the best situation possible. And making the hard choices of if I gotta pull somebody. You get what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
really making those hard decisions that a lot of coaches like, I don't know, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. And if and the third. So I'm gonna roll with Mickey on this one.
I get it, Scott. Because people in the chat think I'm discrediting Mickey. Nah, Mickey has done this at a high level.
That's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying?
So I got to roll with my guy now. So.
I get you. Listen, if it was like I think last week I went with TC, like, you know what I'm saying, over Grambling, right? So like I just think in this situation, you got for me, I'm leaning a little bit to more Mickey Joseph experience.
Yeah, I get this guy. I totally get it. Yeah, so, I get it.
I'm gonna roll with that. All right, the matchup. I think it comes down to this. Right, I think it comes down to this, and this is why I say it comes down to this. And then I'm gonna let you go. You know what Jackson State is offensively. You just know if you can't stop the run, good luck in that game, right? So there is no I think it's Grambling trying to find a way to slice up this Jackson State secondary in an efficient way that is helpful for Miles, because if you can't get Miles comfortable, this game is going to get out of hand very quickly. So again, Grambling already knows what they have to do to stop Jackson. You just got to make it happen, right? Like in the trenches is a game of effort, will, and fundamentals, right? Of just doing it the right way, filling the right gaps, being in the right place at the right time, and making the right play. I think for this game, is going to boil down to, can Eric Dooley make Miles Crawley comfortable enough early in this game and often to where he can take advantage of average Jackson State secondary? What you got, P? I mean, what you got?
I'm rolling with that dark side defense, man. Coach Quinn doing a good job of giving out different packages. Like sometimes he come out with 3 down linemen, sometimes it's 4 down linemen. I seen a package, Scotty, where he took out the defensive tackles and had linebackers and ends, everybody standing up. And so you didn't know where the blitz was coming from.
Yeah.
Everybody standing around the line of scrimmage, you didn't know where it was coming from. So he's doing a good job of dialing it up. I'm rolling with the dark side defense. I think we can do some things to confuse and put pressure on Miles Crawley, because he's going to have to come with his big boy pants Saturday.
Yeah, it's going to be a situation. And I'm gonna break down. I'm gonna get some tape and just break down. Hopefully, if I can get the tape. break down just some of the issues that I see with Miles Crawley that he has.
He
has to.
So I'm definitely tuning into that, Scott.
Yeah, that he has to get better on. But those are just some of the little things that I've seen. Listen, let's get to Mike's keys to the game. Mike, I need to get like a
in the words of what's the lady name? It ain't Julia Roberts. It's what's the name that played in Blind Side?
Sandra Bullock.
Saying the words of Sandra Bullock. Run the down. Run the down. They gave up 267 yards to Commerce. And y'all know how powerful our run offense is. All we got to do is run the dang ball. We can run play action off that. We can run RPO off that. We'll be straight. Defensively, get pressure to Miles Crawley. Like I said, Coach Quinn do a good job of dialing it up. Let's throw different things at them. Let's get real exotic. No Diddy. And last thing, force some turnovers. We win the turnover battle. We win the game. It's simple. Because I truly believe Commerce would have won that game if they would have. If they take away one of the turnovers, they would have won the game.
You didn't watch the game, so how could you say that?
Hey, turnovers kill. I don't care who you is. You turn the ball over, you're going to lose.
But they were winning most of the game.
I don't say it. Take away one of the turnovers, they win the game.
It's the same thing with, you can say the same thing about Grambling. They was on the 10-yard line. The running back fumbles in the back of the end zone. It's a touchback.
I wouldn't know about this guy because we don't really turn over the ball like that.
I'm just saying, like, that's the thing. Like,
I know.
If you watch, like I'm saying, like, that's what I say, like when you just read stats off and you don't watch the game, you lose a lot of context, right? Because
that's true. That's true.
A situation to where I could say, like if somebody watched the ULM game and they're like, oh man, that interception, you like, or I'm like, really, it really came down to the trench play and
Jacoby Morgan interception when he fought. Yeah, like that.
That's not, but that's what I'm saying. But
yeah,
but for somebody else, they'll be like, oh, Jacoby Morgan throws picks. And you be like, well, if you watch
the right, when they foul, McCray.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you be like, oh, he batted, it went right through his hands. And you know what I'm saying? Like, so that's what I'm saying. Like, when people just read stats out, you got to give context to the story. And I'm telling you, I'm so serious. Like, if you watch the game, you'll be like, damn, Grambling should have put 40 on these dudes. And once again, that's on Grambling. That's on Miles. That's on Grambling. So I'm not saying that they don't deserve the blame for that. I'm just saying, even with the turnovers, even with the score being dictated like it was, if you watch the game, you would just see how incompetent it was quarterback-wise and it hurts me to say that because Miles my guy. I've been championing Miles since he left Alabama State. So I seen it. I know it's in him. They just got to pull it out and make sure they do it what they're supposed to do and things like that. But we'll see, man. Listen, at the end of the day, we shall see. But you know what time it is.
Order up, Squidward!
Order up, but first.
They for sure ain't called. Get him on the horn. Get him on the horn.
Michael.
What's going on? Director.
What are you doing today, Michael?
How you doing, Director?
Listen, Michael, this is a great day. As you can see, I just got out of a meeting. And the Fed has cut the interest rates, Mike. That means you can even get more wings. The wings are going to be even cheaper, Michael.
Life is good right now.
Life is good. Now, Michael, one of the things that we're very proud of the Chicken Wing Amnesty Program for people like yourself who need to rebuild their chicken wing credit. We give them an opportunity, a fresh start, as Madam Vice President would like to say. And that fresh start has allowed you. God, where's Michael at right now in the chicken wings?
For the chicken wing?
Yeah. Look at Michael. Up plus 42. All because of the Chicken Wing Amnesty Program. Now, Michael, here's the thing. And Scotty talked about it. Because of your credit. You know who called me, Michael?
Who called you?
I got a phone call with them white folks down in Sanderson Farm. Now, white folks said, they might give you a Sanderson Farm secure card now, Michael.
Oh, yeah, we did talk about that last week.
That's right. White man said that credit done got better. Interest rates done gone down. The chicken wing not gonna cost as much now. And Michael, he know y'all going down there to I-20 down there to Grambling. Y'all like them Cajun wings down there, Michael.
Yeah.
Y'all like to put that Cajun, that Tony Cedric's on there, that Old Bay down there.
Yeah.
So Michael, now listen, this is a very big game. See, everybody, you know, they gave the other game last week, boom by Clay gave all them fake names. But this is a football game right here, Michael.
It's a football game.
This is a football game. Just go back to Big John Mary and Eddie Robinson, Jake Reed, Walter Payton, Robert Bazile. Big name, Hall of Famers played in this game, Michael. Now, Jackson State is going down to the hole now, Michael. The Grambling folks in this chat say y'all ain't had too much success down there.
Hey, the lure of Eddie Robinson just comes over you when we go to the hole. I don't know.
It comes over. They said they're not gonna count that COVID season. They said everybody was sick that year. They said not counting that COVID with.
Hey, that hole is a tough place to play, man. I had to take that into account when I was conjuring up my score, Mr. County.
Okay, well, okay. Now listen. Now this is a very special version of the Mike Reed Chicken Wing Pick because this is coming with the Cajun spice. So, Michael, what is your score for Jackson State versus Grambling?
Now, as I alluded to, the lure of Eddie Robinson just comes over us anytime we go to the hole. So it's gonna be a low-scoring game. Not gonna be a lot of touchdowns going on, but I got the Tigers edging it out with a close score of 17-14.
Woo! Now, Michael. Now, wait a minute. Now, you know we done dropped the interest rates now, Mike.
Listen, the ghost of Eddie Robinson is real, Mr. Campbell. It's real. The ghost of Eddie Robinson is real. And we haven't been able to shake that lately. So it's going to play a role, but I think our team is good enough to overcome it this year, 17-14.
Well, you all have heard it. Michael didn't want to take that advantage of the low interest rate for these chicken wings. We were even throwing in some Cajun spice. But Michael's playing it close to it. One thing, Michael, I like that. You know, when you get your credit back right, you know what I mean? You want to take your time. You want to take your time. Now, they play Texas Southern. You know, maybe you go big next week. You know what I'm saying? You go big next week. But this week,
I'm going so big
football
next week.
game.
I put the chips on the table next week, Mr. Calvin.
Put the chips on the table. That's right. You know, you got enough. You got enough. For a little bit of snack. You got a chicken wing snack this week, Mike.
Yeah.
I feel like like on Final Jeopardy when you like I'm gonna save something for later. You know what I'm saying? Just in case if I lose, I got 300 left if I don't get the answer right. I feel like
that's exactly. See, I like what Mike is doing here. See, Scotty, remember last year, Mike was reckless. You had folks running into the church's chicken with cars and stuff, and we had to go call Mike at his job last year and take all his nice clothes, and folks was calling up the clubs looking for Mike. Mike done got smarter. His growth. He ain't got no phone calls. The phone in the back ain't even ringing no more. The white man called me early, all happy about the interest rates going down, saying we're going to give Mike that secure card. Now, Mike, we're gonna offer you a secure card if you win. Next week, you'll see the Samsung secure card next week, okay? Yeah. Okay, we're gonna move on up. Because see, hopefully, Michael, by the time y'all play FAMU, you'll have that platinum card ready. Then it'll be a whole different story. Then we're really gonna see what we're talking about. So we got Mike Reed, Michael, JSU, 17, Grambling 14. Director Campbell with the CY program is now out.
Hey, see, y'all don't understand. We ain't had much success in the hole throughout history, but that plays a role. It's like a psychological thing that come over us when we go to the hole. So we got to overcome that. Plus, we got to play the football game.
Blue said you could at least pick 24. He said, "God, dog,
come on, Blue. You the football encyclopedia. Hey, it's tough. It's tough. Night game in the hole. Hey." It's tough, but we're going to overcome it 17-14. I'm standing by it.
That's what's up. All right. I've been really looking forward to this game. And I said that this game would kind of be, I think, the springboard for one of the two teams, whoever comes out in this game. I think it's going to be a great springboard into conference play. As much as I love what Dooley's doing, because I really do.
Hey, getting in groove, but
yeah, I just couldn't. I can't.
Thank you, Scotty.
Yeah, I couldn't pick. I can't trust Miles. At this point right now, I can't trust Miles Crawley. And it hurts me to say that, but I can't. And that's why I got to go Jack State on this one. It's not that it's not that I think the quarterback is better than Miles. It's not that I think they know who they are. And at the end of the day, that means something. And I think with Grambling, it's kind of weird because you're in a situation where you trust your quarterback, but you don't trust your quarterback. You get what, like, you trust his talent, but you don't trust his decision making. So now you got to go to the fact of now I gotta focus on is my quarterback going to keep me in trouble, and is Dooley good enough to keep himself out of trouble, right? Is Dooley like how TC has made it to where Jacoby and Cameron can't mess up the game unless they get down? Grambling has to figure out a way that Miles Crawley is comfortable enough that he doesn't mess up the game. And that's where I'm a little hesitant. I don't know if they're able to do that right here, right now. So I got it as a high-scoring game, 31-24. Probably could have brought it down a little bit. I think I probably went a little too high. Probably like if I brought it down a little bit, it'll probably be around.
That's a high score, Scott.
Yeah, probably like 21-28, you know what I'm saying? Or like 27-21, something around there. You know what I'm saying? I'll probably feel a little bit more comfortable around there. But yeah, I'm really curious to see. To me, it comes down to Miles. It really does. And I don't like to put a game on a player's shoulders.
You are the only participant in the conference. All participants are muted.
Because football is an 11-person game. But for a player that needs a bounce back performance, it's absolutely Miles Crawley and the Grambling State defense. The way that Grambling does their defense, well, the way they did it against Texas A&M Commerce, which I thought was a little different, is, and you didn't watch the game, so you would understand, is they played their linebackers like maybe a yard or a half a yard off the D line. And I have never seen that before. Like, usually linebackers are about a good 5 to 7 yards away from the line of scrimmage. They were literally like on no diddy. Like, they were literally like on the ass of the D line. And I get it because you can play quicker. You're like, okay, so if you think about it, you got most teams are in shotgun, right? So your linebackers are at 5 yards, your running backs at 5 yards. So you guys have an equal, probably have a 10 to 12 yards in between. Well, if you squeeze that linebacker yardage down, now you're only away for about 4 to 5 yards or 7 yards, right? So now you can move. But if you miss,
you can get burnt like that.
Yeah, it's pretty much like,
let me ask you this. Do they do that on first, second, and third, or do they do that on just first downs? Or
Texas A&M, they had it every down. It was literally every down.
That's crazy.
Unless it was a passing down. If it was a passing down, then they backed up. But for the running downs, like first and second, they were literally like like they were like a heel behind the D lineman, just like right behind.
You still could get burnt with a misdirection or a counter, or you could get that's a slippery slope.
Yeah, it is. And I think, but that's, to me, that's betting on stopping it. That's how Commerce got a lot of the big plays. Like, run fit was wrong. The running back hit the right hole, and I mean, 88 out the gate. So you have that. So I'm just curious to see what it looks like. I think Mickey Joseph and the team are going to know that stopping the run is the most important aspect of this game, and how they go about doing that, I don't know. And I think Grambling trusts their DBs a lot more than Southern did, because if you watch the Southern film, they kept somebody underneath of the Floridian kid.
Swag to yo. For Tilly. Swag to yo.
Anyway,
that's swag to yo, Scott.
They kept somebody underneath of him, so they kind of had like a miniature bracket kind of like underneath and one high or whatever. So I don't think you're going to get that from Grambling. I think Grambling's going to fill the box up, and they're going to play it accordingly. I'm just curious to see how it looks going forward.
Hey, be careful with that Fertillion, man. He got like a George Pickens type style. Like, you just throw it anywhere in his vicinity, he'll catch. No diddy.
Yeah, he's been saving y'all on some big plays. Let's go Let's go 5193 coming to you.
Thank you for taking my call, Scotty. It's a pleasure to talk to you and Mike Reed today.
Hey, this my boy right here. What's going on?
Man, look, I thought y'all was supposed to be coming on at 1, man. I kept on. Then when I did finally get over here, it was 50 minutes into the program. I think something going on with the feed.
No,
I
started at 2. It was like 2:05 on Eastern time, 1:05 Central.
I got you.
Yeah.
I started thinking about that. Scotty, now that's not fair. Now most teams, most schools don't even have a U. You know that you gonna hold about 10 to 15,000 people. I tell you what, Scotty, I'm gonna tell you something. Mike know I'm telling the truth about this. Next time you come to Jackson, I'm serious. Seriously, I'm gonna tell you the scale of what things are. Next time you come to Jackson, down on the other side of the road where Millsaps College at, we have a high school stadium over there called Newell Field. All those schools that's in the SWAC stadium are no bigger than Newell Field, and that's a damn high school stadium. When you talking about that U, that's about 20,000 people that'll fit in that U. It's 30,000 that'll fit on the home side. Then it's another 20,000 that'll fit in that U. Then them little stragglers over there on the other side, hell, the other team should be able to fill that up. 42-10 Jackson State Saturday. Come on to homecoming
Mr. Willie,
and FAMU. Huh?
Mr. Willie, let me say this. What would look better? 30,000, a 30,000 seat stadium that is completely, to me, that is that's a home field advantage.
That's completely full, right?
That's completely full.
Compared to a 60,000 seat stadium that's not completely full, that money look good to me, baby. That money look good to me because there's gonna be a time that we're gonna put 50,000, 60,000 in that stadium.
Never.
Come on.
Never.
Come on with it.
Never.
Okay. Come on to FAMU. When FAMU come here, since y'all like FAMU, I'm telling you, one of them children gonna be a Jacksonian. They're gonna give them a full ride, but you know that's different future. But Scott, I want to say something, but your wife is listening. But I got to ask you a question personally. But yeah, come on to FAMU game, and you're gonna see how that 60,000 look. Watch and see. We're gonna be pretty close. I say 55,000, but this past Saturday, it was like 45,000 in there. Just look at it. But okay, thank you for taking my call. See you next week, Mike.
I appreciate it, bro. Appreciate it, Mr. Willie.
Right.
Appreciate the call. Let me see. 6259 coming to you.
What's going on, Mike? What's going on, Scotty?
What's up? What's your name? Where you calling from?
Man, it's Mac, man, from Jacktown.
What's up, Mac? Talk to us.
Man, nothing much. I kind of agree with the score that you predicted. I said 28-21. But you know, I kind of feel like, you know, like you said, it's gonna be a shootout. And you know, the thing about Miles Crawley is, can he, you know, stay consistent? And that's the thing. Like, that's the only thing that's I guess I should say dark cloud that's over Grambling right now. Like, you just don't know if he gonna mess up or if he ain't gonna mess up. But you know, as far as you know, the like you said, the talent that they got, you know, they got everything they need, but you know, you just don't know if you could bank on Miles. And but regardless of that, you know, at the end of the day, like I said, I think it's gonna be a good game. Like I said, I think it's gonna be a shootout. And you know, in our secondary, you know, I'm interested to see how they gonna, you know, do against Miles too.
I'll say this. I think if, okay, first of all, your opinion about Miles is absolutely 100% correct. It's the consistency for me, because he's like a roller coaster. Like, he'll give you a 330, 340 yard game, 3 touchdowns or whatever, and you like, oh man. Yeah. And then he'll come back next week and be like 115, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. You're like, what the hell just happened, right? If you had, and let me just be honest, if Grambling had the Aaron kid from Alcorn last year, this game wouldn't even be close. This game wouldn't even be. I'm so serious. Like, if they had the Aaron kid from last year, because he didn't turn the ball over, he was really consistent. He was solid with throwing the ball. If they just had a consistent quarterback, Grambling is so talented that they were going. The way I feel about Grambling is how I feel about Tim Duncan, right? Like when Tim Duncan played at his prime, he could go to the scorer's table and say, "Put me down for 20 and 10." You knew he was walking out of the game with 20 and 10. Same thing with Kevin Garnett, right? When they were at their peak, the big ticket, go to the scorer's table, put me down for 20 and 10. Grambling is so talented offensively. They should be able to go to the scorer's table and say, "Hey, put me down for 21. Put me down for 24. I don't know what they going to do, but we going to put up 24 points regardless." And that's how talented they are. And they've been like that for the last 2 years. But it hasn't translated into what we've seen on the field, and that's my issue. And last year it was coaching. Now I think this year it's on the quarterback play.
Yeah, I agree. And I feel like a player like that that's inconsistent as he is, if you put just the right amount of pressure on him, I just might think, he gonna fold, Exactly. So, like I said, you gotta definitely, take that into account. And don't, like I said, I mentioned I want to see how the secondary fare up against Miles. And then, like you mentioned, I think a couple of shows ago, like, with the play calling with TC, like it might not look exciting or it might not look pretty, but, it's getting the job done. But like I said, I do just want to see just a little bit more, some of those, like you said, seam routes and some, stuff like that. Keep giving it to the tight end. Of course, we're going to keep pounding the ground. But like I said, I just want to see if we could, we could get Jacoby and, a little bit more comfortable with those seam routes and stuff like that. I feel confident now, but I even feel even more confident, seeing that. But yeah, like I said, overall, I think it's gonna be a good game, though. I really do.
I do too. I think it's gonna be a classic. Man, appreciate the call, Mac.
Yeah,
Scott, it's like one of the biggest games of the year. This game and the Jackson FAMU game.
That's an out of conference game, right? I think the Alabama State game is gonna be a big game too. That's gonna be a big game as well.
Yeah. It depends on how they fare along these next few weeks.
You said fare along.
Yeah, because the quarterback situation. So
I'm gonna go 92-18, then Mr. Sargent, then Diallo from Ohio. 92-18 coming to you.
What's going on, Scotty, man? Y'all know this boy Smoke, man.
Hey, what's up, Smoke? Talk to me.
What's up, Smoke?
What up with it, boy? Hey, we had it out to do that, boy. Hey, man, Scott, I got a question for you, man. This been on my conscience really bad. I heard somebody say this, but I want to get your perspective. I always got to ask you a question. I saw you had TC ranked in your play calling this week at number 3.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like he did a pretty good job at play calling. I feel like that was probably the best game so far play calling wise, you ask me. But do you feel as if, and correct me if I'm wrong, I'm starting to feel like it's not that TC is not a bad play caller, but I feel like the players around him that we have on our team makes him look like he's a good play caller. If that makes sense. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like, if I had a team and I was a play caller and I had you and Mike, you guys, I can call a play, you and Mike can go out there and hold it and be like, man, this shit ain't gonna work. But you, well, Mike, hey, make it work. We go out there, y'all run a play, y'all score, first down, whatever. Y'all know it was a bad play call, but due to the fact that I have y'all and y'all are good athletes, y'all made it look like a good play call. Do you feel like it's that way with us?
I'm gonna let Mike go, then I'm gonna answer after Mike.
So what you're saying is more like it ain't the X's and O's, it's the Jimmy and the Joes.
Right.
Like what TC doing, play calling wise, I ain't got no problem with it. As far as the players, I mean, you kind of tailor your offenses around the players that you got. So I feel like it go hand in hand. It's a two-way street, and right now they doing a good job of going down that two-way street.
This is my thing is you can't have it both ways, right? You can't say, oh, he's not a good, because it all comes together. It's like baking a cake, right? Like, because if I didn't have the players, I wouldn't be able to call the plays.
Exactly.
Because there's times where, as a play caller, I'm going to put my players in the best situation, and then there's times that the players are going to make my play calling look pretty good. I think it's a lot of give and take in that aspect, right? Like, like to me, if the example that I always go back to is Musa, right? Like Willie made Musa look good, but Willie also knew what Musa was. So he also, you get what I'm saying? Like, I recruit you because I know what I'm going to use you for, and then I'm going to put you in a situation to make me look good by calling the plays, right? It's the same thing with TC Taylor. He recruited Ahmad Miller. He recruited the freshman out of Atlanta. Some of the O-line, they came over from Dion. We got to keep it honest with that. But Ashton Taylor was Josh Nobles, all these guys. The defense essentially has pretty much been all revamped except Kev Wiggins. Wiggins the only guy that Wiggins and Jeremiah, I think, are the only two guys I think still left over from that Dion era. But a lot of those guys are new, and I think you got it. I wouldn't necessarily just say, "Oh man, it's all Jimmys and Joes." You still got to put those Bamas in the right place to win. And I'll say this: if it is the Jimmy and Joes, you got to give Coach O credit because he recruiting them.
Right. Hey, yeah, that's true.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I got to give you credit for something, even if it ain't the play calling. Goddamn, at least you're getting the players that we need. You know what I'm saying? So, because you don't want to be in a situation where you're like Southern, where your O-line is ass, and you looking around like, who recruited these Bamas? Like, goddamn, like, you gave these Bamas a full scholarship? Like, take all their money, right? You're not in that boat, right? So look, think about where Southern's at. We don't like our play calling, nor do we like the players that you've recruited.
Hey, Smoke, I got a question. What would you like to see more of from TC?
That's a good question.
I would say putting the ball in the air a little bit more. I feel like I'm gonna be real with you. I feel like our most powerful person on offense that we don't give enough credit to, we don't use enough, but I feel like we're starting to use them, is our tight end.
I love that tight end.
I already pointed that out earlier this season.
Yeah, I love that guy.
Man, he's always there. Like, anytime TC dials something up to him, he's either right there in the flat, he's going, like, he's always there, and he gonna make a move with it every time. So I did feel like TC started incorporating him more in the offense and trying to get the ball to him a lot more.
But also TC does a good job of moving him around. Like, TC will move him around with motions. He'll do that. He'll do that in a heartbeat. So he does a good job of moving him around, you know what I'm saying, giving that eye candy to the defense.
Right. I got one more question for you guys. I'm gonna hang up and let you answer.
Go ahead.
If you're our defensive coordinator, or what are you doing to make our secondary better for this week? Because I ain't gonna lie, our secondary look terrible, man. I'm just being honest with you. You try to cut us slack, I ain't cutting shit. Them niggas look terrible. So
I say you keep doing what you're doing, right? And this is why I say it, is because you got to beat it. Like, the whole thing about, and I'm gonna go back to the Dion era. Dion's defense was so simple. It was so simple. It was literally cover zero, man on. Because at the end of and this is what I said. I said it every week. If anybody remember, I said, you gotta block it, you gotta see it, you got to throw it, and then you got to catch it. All those have to go into place to make it work. So for you to beat me, you need to block it, you got to see it, you got to make the right throw, and you need your dude to catch. And you can do all three and miss that last fourth one and dude drop the ball, right? So it's just like Quinn is doing the same thing. Like, he going to blitz you, he going to pressure you to make you have to see it, to block it, to make the right read, and you better be damn sure your guy catch the ball, right? So I don't have a problem with what he's doing, because at the end of the day, he's putting the earnest on the OC and the quarterback to make the right play. Now, once you make the right play, all right, cool, you got us. But how many times can you do that?
Exactly.
How many times can you do that same thing every single time? And that's what comes down to great quarterbacks and average quarterbacks. Great OCs and average OCs. Great OC is like, okay, keep challenging me. I'm going to show you. I'm going to keep doing it. I'm going to keep exploiting your weakness. And then makes the defense have to adjust. But good DCs make the offense have to adjust and say, damn, ooh, they took that away from us, so we can't do that now. We got to do this. And it makes you uncomfortable. So right now, I would tell Quinn, keep doing what you're doing, because they haven't exploited our team yet. And I'll give you a perfect example. And I'll use the Jack State versus South Carolina State. And it's the same thing in the Celebration Bowl. that team lived and died with James Houston. It had all the pieces to play with it, but James Houston was the drink that was the straw that made that drink go. Once I eliminate him and I negated him, now we can play football. Now it's just, hey, we got the time. I can sit back in the pocket because everybody know you can't cover forever. You know what I'm saying? There's only a certain amount of time that a DB can cover. So that's the thing. Right. So for Miles and Grambling, it's the same thing. We got to figure out where the pressure is coming. We got to block it up and give Miles enough time to where the guys can get open and then we can play football. And that's the part where people aren't feeling comfortable. They haven't been able to play football with Jackson State because they haven't had the time that they need because Quinn going to bring it. You don't know when he going to bring it, but he going to bring it, right? So it's all those little intricacies to the game. So I don't have a problem with it. What I would have a problem with it, Smoke, is if Grambling exploits it, now you go back to Quinn and say, what you going to do? Because now that's on tape. Yeah. If I exploit you, I've now put you on tape so everybody else can see, oh, that's how they did it. Now Quinn has to go back to the drawing board and say, okay, how am I going to make this look different now and get better at it? That's how you do that.
Got you, bro. That's all I got. Hey, Mike, man, 60,000 in unison, man.
Bye. Goodbye. 34, Mr. Sergeant, coming to you. What's up, Mr. Sergeant?
Hey, what's going on, man?
Nothing chilling.
Brother Mike Reed, I'm so happy to see that you are out of debt. That means all that the praying and the fasting I've been doing on this side have been working.
Won't he do it? Won't he do it?
Won't he do it? Won't he do it? All right. So since we're talking about church stuff, Scotty, you got this shirt behind you. I'm looking at you on my big screen. It says 2024 SWAC champions. Here's what I need you to do with that shirt. Because I think that's the prayer of your shirt.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
All right. Do not send it to Haiti. All right. Do not send it to Haiti. I love my Haitian brothers, but don't send it to Haiti. Put it in your church basket and have them send it to Kenya. They need it more than the brothers in Haiti. They're in real bad shape over there in Kenya. It hadn't broken out to the news, but our church kind of gave us an update with some missionaries out there. They need it over there a lot more. Okay, so I just want to clear up all that's the church stuff. Now let's get to the football stuff. All right, got to come back to you, Mike Reed. Mike Reed, you cannot compare ULM to Troy, but more importantly, you cannot compare the Jackson State mentality and your trash talk before the ULM game versus FAMU Troy. We want FAMU to beat Troy, but we're not out there calling Troy a Mississippi JUCO.
Facts.
We're not out there like Zoe and all the rest of the what do you call them? The congregation? They had the mass meeting.
Yeah, mass meetings.
Yeah, the mass meeting. Yeah, we're not like that. We want to win. In fact, let me share this, and I'm not trying to put the bishop on blast because I love that brother. But I sent him a text and I said, hey man, can we really? Are we really going to lose to both Miami and Troy? He said, I don't think we will beat Miami. But if we beat Troy, the rest of the SWAC is in trouble.
That's facts.
Right? That's what he said. Now, he may come back and refute all that. And then I'll say, you know what, I was wrong. I'll take it back. But that's what he sent me in text. And I was just like, okay, because the thought of us losing 2 games in a row is just strange. Because that hasn't been our the way we had been operating since we got to the SWAC. So Mike Reed, all due respect to Jackson State, we didn't come in talking trash like y'all did ULM. We're not doing that with Troy. We would like to beat Troy. We would like to do that. But what tends to happen on these things is when JSU says something, FAMU does that thing. So y'all said we're gonna guard the yard, and then we guarded the yard, and we found the SWAC championship in our yard. We won that game. We won the Celebration Bowl. Y'all didn't do it. So y'all saying, hey, we're gonna get our first, FBS win. And so FAMU's like, well, if we can play Troy the way we played USF, the way we played North Carolina, I think we can be successful. I'm not bragging. I'm not talking trash. I want to see us win, but I'm skeptical. A lot of people want to come out 2-2 these last 4 weeks. I would love to come out 3-1, coming home to Alabama A&M. That's a very scary scenario for Alabama A&M. We come off a win from Troy. I'm gonna leave it there, brothers.
Appreciate
Triple striking you from Florida. Peace.
Appreciate it. Let me say this. I didn't know this is how Troy's schedule plays out. Let me bring this up. This is gonna blow your mind, Pete. I mean, Mike.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now.
Dog. They play ULM after FAMU. Now, this is the crazy thing. This is the crazy thing. And I know this is Jack State, so Diallo, Mr. Bugs, and I'm gonna get to y'all real quick, but let me ask Mike this. Okay. If Troy beats FAM, let's say less than a touchdown, let's say 3 touchdowns, whatever, and then they go and demolish ULM. Because if you're using the same premise, that's all I'm taking the same premise that y'all delusional fans use. Man, Scotty, we went for them blow for blow, da-da-da-da. And then ULM goes and beats UAB the way they did. So if FAMU and Troy,
I get on props, Scott. I get on props.
Okay, I just want to understand. Now, if they get blown out by Troy and then ULM beats Troy, I'm gonna have to sit back and be like, yeah,
that's fair, Scott. That's fair.
It's not looking too good for October.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm just saying,
fair, Scott.
I'm saying.
Yeah, that's fair.
So I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Listen, I do believe style makes fights. I do believe that. I do believe style makes fights. I always do. But I'm just using that Powell State logic. That's all I'm saying. Diallo coming to you.
What if ULM have a good showing against Texas?
Hold on, Diallo. You said what?
What if ULM have a good showing against Texas Saturday?
What's a good showing?
Lose by 10.
Oh yeah, I'll give you that. I'll definitely give you that.
Okay.
Anything less than 2 touchdowns, I'll give you that. That's a good showing.
Bet.
Yeah, that's a good showing. If they get drugged like Texas been dragging Bamas, then yeah, I'm just gonna. If you go say, Scotty, you can't take nothing from that. It's Texas. All right, yeah, whatever. Diallo, coming back to you.
Peace, brothers. How y'all doing? Mike, Scotty, what's going on?
What's going on, bro?
Mike Reed, I'm happy for you, brother. You doing good, brother. Stay in the black. You know what I'm saying? Stay in the black, brother. Hey, everybody messing with you about your score, man. You got your credit right. You can't jump back too soon, throwing all the wings out there. So I like your strategy. But I got a football question for y'all. Either one of y'all can go first and ask the question. I feel like McCoy getting hurt last week was a blessing in disguise.
It was
because I felt.
Yes. Huh? It was. I 100% agree with you. I go ahead. I'm sorry. I cut you off. Go ahead. Okay.
No. Okay. Yeah, I feel like that was a blessing in disguise for Jackson because I feel like TC, and we giving him credit of calling plays better. I talked about Perry. I talked on Monday on the show with Perry how we gave him hell that first game. But I felt like his play calling has been better. But with McCoy getting hurt, I think we see a totally different offensive attack than what we was able to see with Jacobian, helming the ship with McCoy going out. And I still feel like Jackson State has a huge advantage because ULM, the playbook was bland. Lane College was Lane College. You can beat them with just basic plays, right? And the game plan they wanted to utilize against Southern, the quarterback gets hurt on the second drive. So do you guys think that TC still has a lot of tricks up his sleeves that we haven't seen yet because the quarterback that he had starting last week only played for a series and a half or maybe 2 series max?
Go ahead, Mike.
Yeah, I think so because, like you said, it's kind of like a blessing in the sky. Now you can tailor in. Now you can zone in on what you're trying to do that benefits Jacoby Morgan's skill set. And plus, we ain't got all that quarterback controversy mess going on in the media or whatever. So it is, like you say, it's a blessing in the sky. What you think, Scott?
I think the blessing in disguise for Jackson was that Cam got hurt. I think Cam getting hurt was the best thing that happened to him because I think he's limited. He limits your offense. He might not limit the explosiveness of your offense, but he limits the dynamicness of your offense. Jacoby Morgan is the better thrower of the football. And listen, Cameron McCoy could have threw that ball to Landry. I mean, goddamn, like it was literally him, Jesus, Peter, Paul, Joseph. Like it was nobody around him. So Cameron McCoy couldn't have messed that up. But what I think in honesty is that if Cameron McCoy stretches the defense in ways that it's like east and west, because you're like, damn, like we can't.
Sideline to sideline, yeah.
Sideline to sideline, because you're like, damn, we can't just rush in to try to make a tackle, because Cameron pull that joker and he'll run for 60 and touch his head on the goalpost. But what Jacobian does is he extends the field north and south, right? So if you do go no safety or whatever, he's the better passer to make those plays down the field. So for me, I think that Jacobian is the more in I think with Cameron, you can really condense the field and really squeeze the field down and make it try and fit what you need it to fit. And you just gotta go one-on-one with your DBs, and you need your quarterback to make good throws. And if that's Cameron McCoy, I'll take that all day. So that's just me personally. But what you got, Diallo?
And this is my last question, Scotty, and it's a follow-up basically to everything you said, because everything you said is how I feel. I love Jacobian, I love Cam, but I feel like Jacobian is the better player. I feel like he's the better, you know what I'm saying, a pocket passer, and he can run. He runs better than even a Shador, but he doesn't look to run a lot. So with that being said, and I think we would have got the answer to this question had he not got hurt on Saturday. What is it that TC, what is it in him that TC sees to say, hey, he's going to be quarterback one? And then two, if he's quarterback one in this particular game, how does Grambling game plan for him? Because again, you don't have a lot of footage on him. You've seen him running around in that game against Lane, which really doesn't count. And you only seen him, like I said, for 2 series.
And almost throw a pick 6.
Right, exactly. And that's the part of his game that really scares me. I like the kid, he's super athletic, but with TC being a quarterback, playing at a high level, what does he see in this kid that makes him even, do a shuffle with 2 quarterbacks and not just make Jacobian the starter?
I think I've said it, and Diallo, I'm gonna let you go, man. But appreciate the call, though, bro. I think Cam fits what TC is trying to do in this style of offense of just run.
Yeah, explosive.
It's just explosive, and it's like at any point in time, you missed the wrong hole, you missed the wrong tackle, or whatever. It's a touchdown. It can be a touchdown. It can be a 20-yard game. It can be a 30-yard game. It's that for me. So, let me say this, because a lot of people say stuff and they really don't understand football. This person said he went 5 wide with Cam. He doesn't with Morgan. He hasn't done it with Morgan. Okay. When people go 5 wide, and when people
I already know where you're going, Scotty.
It's to spread them out. It's to spread them out. So one, Cam can see it all, and then 2, the lanes are there for him to run. So you usually go for anytime if you see 5 wide in the red zone, 9 times out of 10 it's a QB draw. It's a QB draw because there's usually 5 linemen, 1 linebacker, sometimes no linebacker, because they got him slid out for a zone or whatever to be on that slot guy. So it's literally 5 against 4 or 5 on 5, and it's a QB draw, a QB keep. So that's why you see 5 wide with a guy like Cam. Because I'm telling you, and if you watch the film, which y'all Bamas do not, go watch his Eastern Michigan film. It is not good. He's not a great thrower of the football, and I don't give a damn what you talking about. I don't give a damn who's on that coaching staff for Jackson State. They didn't turn that boy over overnight to become no damn Archie Manning. So shut up. Jesus Christ, man. Y'all just out here talking. What you got, Mike?
Yeah, but Scott, I'm on the same page with you. Like you said, 5 wide, spread them out. Like when I'm playing NCAA, only time I'm going 5 wide is to spread your ass out, baby.
Look what he did. Oh, he went 5 wide with Jacoby and ran a tunnel screen. Like, that's not a hard throw. Literally, that's all you did.
Yeah.
He ain't out here. Listen, it's probably, if you go 5 wide with Cameron Morgan, it's either all hitches, all slants, speed outs. It ain't rocket science, man.
Yeah.
It's not. So for you to be like, oh, he's never done that with Jacoby and Morgan. So?
I like what Blue said. What Blue said. People are enamored. Yeah. Hold on, show. This is exactly how I feel. That's why it's a competition, because he got on explosive plays. It's kind of like driving a car. When Morgan in the game, it's in tour mode. When Cam come in, it's in sport mode. That's how I see it, Scotty.
Period. Eco mode for Jacobian.
Yeah,
Turbo mode for Cam.
Because with Jacobian, we gonna run more clock with him, because we gonna drive the ball down the field, 12, 14 play drive. With Cam, it's kind of like you never know, Scotty. You're gonna get the explosive play. We might go 3, 4 plays down the field.
You never know. All right, Mr. Bugs, coming to you.
Brother Scott, how you doing, brother? Doing all right, man?
I'm doing good, Mr. Bugs. How about y'all?
Man, doing just fun over here listening to my brother Mike. Mike, how you doing? You doing
Hey, man. Life's good right now.
Hey, but I see you smiling on the screen, big dog. But you living good, baby. Your credit is A+, brother. The government stopped giving you phone calls, collection calls and all that. You couldn't get such an answer, big dog. I tell you, man. Hey, word of wisdom. If you have a partner in crime to my left, because I'm looking at the screen, man, it's Scotty. And you know if things get bad, 1 week, that can turn around real quick. So be humble right now. So I will let you know you have a friend in me. If it ever turns around for the worse again, I did it last year. If you need a loan, your partners here, man. Hey, we're the same kind of man. Disregard all the comments down in the comments. Disregard them at all, man. Don't worry about them at all. Hey, my loans are good loans. Ask Scotty, I perform well. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna let you know if you have to need a loan, and you better not lose next week. If you need a loan, hey, I'm right here, man. Scotty, man, love you big time, Mike. As the psalmist said in Disney or whatever it was, you got a friend in me.
Toy Story. That's Toy Story. Yeah. DreamWorks. Pixar.
Come on, Pixar. If you need a loan, let me know. All right, guys. Have a good night, guys.
Appreciate it.
All right, appreciate it.
Yeah, it's Pixar. Yeah.
Man, what? Every time you send me a request, it's like I'm playing. You want me to playing in the game or playing NBA 2K. Like every time he send me one, I'm always in the game.
It sound like you ducking. That's what it sounds like.
I ain't ducking.
Sound like you ducking. Sound like you ducking to me. Rocky, coming to you. Then 3475 coming to you. Hey, Rock, what's good?
Hey, what's up? What's up, brother?
What's
hey,
up?
Man.
What's up, Rock?
Mike, it looked like you got your prime swag on. Looked like you went back in the closet and got your prime swag, brother.
Yeah, I'm back. Hey, I'm back, man.
You know, I'm happy to see it, man. I'm glad to see the Jackson State faithful is got their prime swag again. And personally, man, y'all know, like I say, because of y'all relationship to prime, I'm gonna always root for Jackson State to be successful. You know what I mean? Because y'all are part of Prime's legacy now, and I just want him and anything that he ever was a part of to be successful.
Oh my God!
Hey, Rob, I'm gonna keep it real, Rob.
Hey,
Scott, we might be the only good thing a part of his coaching legacy.
That's fair.
When it comes to culture,
that's fair. That's fair.
But what I want to say about this QB1 situation at Jackson State, I don't think Jacobian Morgan throws the ball well enough to play in front of an explosive quarterback in the running game. Did you hear what I said? If you got an explosive quarterback in the running game, run an offense that complements his skill set, because what he will enable you to do is he will enable you to run the ball in creative ways where you just can't load up on the running back. Because at all times, there's two running backs in the backfield. You know, and so that creates a situation where you can create explosive plays with misdirection, and even in obvious passing downs, you can do things in the running game that can create big plays based on the coverages that you get. You know, and so man, I like I said, people believe that you have to be able to pass the ball in order to win. I just remember an era of football where you didn't have to pass to be successful. And I still think you can be a dominant running team and win big. I believe that. And I think that's what T.C. Taylor is trying to do with this team. I think the offensive line, along with the tight end, can create a dominant running team to where they can only run the ball efficiently, but with the explosiveness of the running backs and the quarterback, they can create big, explosive plays in the running game. So I think Jackson State's in good shape, man. All that passing ain't necessary. And I'm going to be honest with you, Mike, you may feel different. Y'all don't have the receivers, in my opinion, that's going to create a lot of explosive plays in the passing game.
I agree. I say our receivers are average. We got average receivers.
You know who
I would agree with that.
I like that Spencer kid.
Oh yeah. He's special. He out of Madison. He's special.
Yeah,
Isaiah Spencer.
But the rest of them, I'm like,
Back to Yo though, for Tilly.
Yeah, he are. Listen, you throw him one ball, he gonna catch it.
I also think that but the way that Jackson State blocks in the running game, you actually could put like Mulligan and Miller in the game together along with Cam and do some real special stuff in the running game.
But Rocky, I'm with you on the run game. Like people talk about, like you got to stop it, and we're gonna keep running it till you stop it. Now, when you stop it, okay, we'll go back to the drawing board, try something else. But nah, I like what we doing. Run the dang ball until you stop it. That's the name of the game, Scotty. Can you stop the run?
You can have, if you could have that option attack where you could fake it inside the inside zone with one of them and have the other one come back around and threaten with the option to the perimeter to the other side, man.
Yeah, like a 42 fake 37 option.
Y'all got along with that running quarterback, man. Y'all just really, it's just, what I've seen so far, it's just y'all at the very beginning of what could be an explosive, dominant running game.
I could agree with that.
I hope T.C. Taylor goes down that road because I think and I'm just gonna be honest with you, bro. In the 3 years that I've watched, in the 4 years that I've watched SWAC football, passing the ball just ain't. Not very many guys can just throw the ball to victory. Like Akil Glass, Shador, maybe Miles Crawley can do it. I'm not sure. He's also through Grambling out of some games. So there's not just many guys that can throw you into and win you a football game. Now, if you got a guy like Richardson at the helm, yeah, you trust him to throw you into a game.
Yeah.
But not very many guys in the SWAC, be honest with you, can throw you into a victory. Matter of fact, they throw away more games than they win, in my opinion. But hey, man, it's always good talking to you, brothers, man. I got to get back to work.
Hey, appreciate it, Rob. No problem, man. Listen, I agree. Go ahead.
Oh, why eat potted meat when you can eat steak?
Why eat what?
Potted meat when you can eat steak.
Pod meat?
Potted meat. You know they come in a can, potted meat.
Potted meat?
You ain't from you from the South. You
like why can't you just say spam?
Sky, you know damn spam.
That's in a can. Why you just say instead of you don't want to eat spam, eat steak? Like I would have got that joke. I'm like potted meat. What is potted meat?
I'm from the country. We used to have potted meat.
Powder or powder?
Potted meat.
Like spell it, because I can't understand what you're saying.
Potted meat. Potted. Potted meat.
Why
potted meat?
Why would meat be potted? That doesn't make any sense.
Look it up. Look up potted meat. You never heard of potted meat? Oh my God! People in the chat that heard of it.
Oh, it's like spam.
It's not like spam.
It looks like spam.
It's not like spam.
Is that the Vienna sausages thing?
No, it ain't. No. It ain't Vienna sausage.
Oh no, I ain't never been that broke. I ain't never been that. I ain't even gonna hold you. I've never been that broke.
Somebody say that's a real Southern cuisine.
Yeah. I ain't never been that broke. So listen, you by yourself on that. you by yourself on that one. I'm just like, yeah, I listen, that is not my testimony, okay? That is not my testimony. I would have never. I would never.
Get you some potted meat and some crackers and scoop it up. Take the cracker, scoop up the potted meat out the can. Boy, that's some good right there, man, when you got much. For real.
I'm looking at this. I'm like, the fact that it's called armored potted meat, that just sounds nasty.
Armor is the brand.
Yeah, that just sounds nasty.
Armor is the brand. Armor acreage.
If your company is Armor and you making meat, nah, we're not doing that. That just sounds like death. That just sounds like death to me. Like, listen, Kia tell you, I was the type of kid, I wouldn't eat a hot dog if it wasn't on a hot dog bun. So I can't do it. I can't eat. I remember the first year I went to Southern Heritage Classic, and I went to that JSU tent that they got. That's like a alumni tent or where somebody invited me there, and you got to buy
the white one.
Yeah, you got to buy tickets.
Yeah.
And, DJ Unpredictable was
my guy. Yeah.
He was DJing and all that. So I'm going through it, and I'm getting a hamburger. And I'm like, hey, can I get a cheeseburger? And they're like, yeah, but we ain't got no cheese. I said, you ain't got no cheese. She's like, yeah. She said, where we gonna keep it? It's too hot. I said, you got a cooler right there. Like, why wouldn't you put the cheese in the cooler so people can get? I couldn't eat it. I told her no, I can't. Bro, I cannot eat a hamburger without
cheese. I can't do this, Scott. I can't eat a hamburger without cheese.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah. So if you think I can't eat, if I can't eat a hamburger with no cheese, I
do it. Hold on, I do eat a hamburger when it's like when I'm at the barbecue.
I can't do it. I need
you
cheese.
Can't do it.
I cannot do it at all.
Then what you do? This is what you do. This was your substitute the cheese. Let me put you on. Take the hamburger, take the bun. On the bun, put some baked beans on there. Spread some baked beans on the bun. The baked beans will be your topping. That shit fast, got it.
Them beans better be good. That's all I gotta say. Them beans better be good. But
it's some good eating putting you on, Scott.
It sound like the same to me. Spam and potted meat are different. They look the same.
Yeah, they're different. It's like potted meat is like a spreaded meat.
Yeah.
Like a spread. Take that cracker and scoop it up. Hey, man.
Me nor my kids have ever been that broke. So I'm just keeping it a buck with you. Now, my mom probably knows something about this because she eat meat like that. Like, she eat that stuff.
Yeah, I'm sure your mom probably know about that pocket meat.
Yeah, me? Nah, never. Not never. Never, ever. Don't ever bring that to my house. I've been ever seen it in my cabinet. 3475 coming to you.
Good afternoon, Scott. How you doing?
What's up? What's your name? Where you calling from?
Ricardo calling from Atlanta.
How you doing? Talk to me.
I want to ask you about three things. One,
all right.
I like number 6 better than number 15 because to me he throws the ball well. That's my opinion. I ain't trying to argue with you about it. But with
Time out. When have you seen? Hold on. When have you seen Cameron McCoy throw the ball?
He's throwing better passes. I've seen him throwing in the 2 games that he played in.
You talking about Lane? Is that what we're talking about? You talking about Lane? He almost threw a pick 6 in the Southern game. So what you talking about? On a flat route.
He throwing no pick 6.
I said he almost threw. You need to open your ears. He almost threw a pick 6 on the flat route. So what are you talking about? The Bama threw 2. The Bama threw like 3 passes.
Well, I mean, Jacobian can't throw the ball unless he's throwing it straight to the man. Every time a receiver catches a ball,
that's not what y'all was saying last year when he was dogging Alcorn before he got hurt. That's not what y'all was saying last year. Mike, am I lying?
What?
When Jacobian Morgan was dotting up Alcorn last year and he got hurt and Jason Bryant had to come in, everybody was on that band. Man, if Jacobian Morgan would have stayed in the game, we would have won that game.
I said that.
Okay, then. So what film you watching?
I'll be watching the game. I ain't went back and looked at no film. I just watching while he playing.
Go ahead.
That's what I see.
Go ahead.
And what I see is that he always late with the ball.
And Cameron's always on time.
He gets hurt too damn much. He ain't been in the game, but he looks a hell of a lot better to me.
Best availability is availability. Best ability is availability. Go ahead. Continue, Mr. Ricardo.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's what that's what I'm going with. To me, Jacobian is always late. Receivers always flat-footed. He doesn't throw the ball. He doesn't have a throw in motion. He kind of like flicks the ball. That's the way I see it. I like number 6 better. The other thing is something else I want. You said something a week or so ago about if black college players, coaches would put players in motion. And I saw that in this past week. They ran a man in motion, and then the tight end from Jackson State was open. I said, damn, I like that. That's what you've been asking for. And I didn't see it anymore. And I was kind of upset about that.
I mean, they really, if I'm being honest, they really didn't have to do a lot of motion. But I agree with you saying, Mr. Ricardo, with the motion opening up the tight end because it gets your eyes away from where the play is supposed to, where the play was going, and they open it up. But if I'm being honest, Jackson didn't really have to do motion because they just straight manhandle them. So it's like, if you couldn't stop it, what we was doing, I don't need the eye candy. You just can't stop it.
Okay. Another thing I want to, you used to have a lot of people that used to be on your show. You used to have this guy that you used to be called Script Bayless. Where them folks at? Because, you know, I know them contracts coming up for Southern Heritage, ESPN. I know they're coming up. And we need somebody to start finding out how do we get some money out of these things. So can you call up Script Bayless and let him get back on the job?
Listen, I listen, from word on the street is, I think Eddie George talked about he wanted Jackson State back in the Southern Heritage Classic. I think FAMU is probably going to be back into the Orange Blossom Classic. So I think, the what's it say? Distance makes the heart grow fonder. You know what I'm saying? Seeing what you had and then you lose it, and then you get back to, you get back with your ex. You like, man, I ain't appreciate you when I had you. So it really comes back to just doing better business in coming back to those events. It's nothing wrong with doing the event. It's just getting the value of what you are while you're doing the event. Now, do I think FAMU made the right decision by pulling out? No, I really don't, because I think it definitely messed up your budget, because you would have went in with a surplus. But you know what I'm saying? Now you go back to the table. It was 500,000. Now it might be 650 to start the conversation. 600, 650, right? So it's like, okay, cool. With Southern Heritage Classic, you was getting 150. Listen, if we're not talking $500,000, I don't know what we're talking about. If I'm Jackson State, I seen your attendance for the last 2-3 years. That shit been ass. Like, if we're not talking 400,000, $500,000, get off my phone.
The rumor is we want something close to $1 million. 800 to $1 million.
Listen, I don't know what he's bringing in, so I can't tell you that. Yeah, I can't agree or disagree with that, because I look at it like this: if you want all the festivities with the band and everything like that, then okay, yeah. But if you just want the football team, I cannot pay you just $1 million for your football team. I can't do that. But that's just me.
I think if A&M and Alabama State can get $1 million too, we can get $1 million.
Who got $1 million?
1.25. That's what the Magic City Classic gives Alabama A&M and Alabama State. I think we can do that. I think we should ask for that.
But that money is coming from different entities. It's not just coming from the promoter. That money's coming from the city council. It's coming from the city members. It's coming from the promoters. And if I'm being honest, they're not even getting their value for that. You know what I'm saying? They should definitely be in the $4 to $5 million range, if I'm being honest, for just that alone. So to me, it's like, if you want, I look at it like this. If the Southern Heritage Classic wants Jackson State, the city of Memphis needs to get on board to partner with the Classic to pay Jackson State its value to bring the business that it brought. So
we talking about FedEx.
I get you. So yeah, I get what you're saying. Like, so they need to make it work. Like they need to make that work. Like,
you're saying the city needs to intervene.
Yeah, like the city needs to get involved and bring the money as well. Because if you're just asking the promoter to give you $1 million, to me that's tough. Like you know what I'm saying? That's tough. Just, you want me to give you $1 million? I'm not saying, like, at the end of the day, he is taking all the risk. I want to be very clear with that. So people like if you don't own your own business, you don't understand what taking that risk looks like. Of I gotta pay you $1 million regardless of what I'm able to bring in. You get what I'm saying? So that aspect, you have to look at the promoter. It's not a game that you control or anything like that. Now, what will make more sense is to make the game a home and home. Just tell Eddie George the same what y'all do for Grambling and Southern. Just do it for Tennessee State as an out-of-conference game every other year. That would be a lot better, if I'm being honest.
No, Scotty. They gonna get money off us. Hell no.
Everybody is going to get money. That's how the game works.
The
home and home. You get a year where you get the money. They get a year where they get the money.
We ain't giving you Bama's nothing.
So anyway,
I deal with that.
At the end of the day, I look at it like business is business, and they need to get the city of Memphis involved to add towards whatever Jack State is deciding to bring or whatever, because they got the tourism money, they got the recreational money. Just give it to them. It's the same thing with Match City Classic. Match City Classic had to go down to I think like the county of Birmingham or whatever, the commissioner, Jefferson County or whatever, to add $500,000 to $1 million for both teams to make it feasible for them, right?
They got it. They just gave Memphis unlimited NIL money.
Yeah, so
Feds got
it. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, you gotta make it make sense for both sides of the token. But I don't know. It is at the end of the day, it's something you got to figure out, something that it has to make it work. And make it do what it do. That's just me.
Put your hat back on, Scott. I need you to put your hat on so you can put a little bit more fire up under them folks.
I'm gonna do some research. I promise you. I appreciate it.
All right, man.
No problem. Appreciate it, Mr.
Have
Ricardo.
Hey, Scott, let me say this, Scott. This how you know that, like you say, swag people are not football fans. Jacoby Morgan has been, like Blue said, I was gonna bring it up. Blue beat me to it. 70% pass completion rate.
That shit ain't easy.
14 touchdowns, 2 turnovers.
And one of them, one of them
hit off the receiver hand. Scotty, what more do you want from this guy?
I don't get it, bro.
Turn the ball over.
When Shador was doing that, everybody was like, "Oh my God, 70%." Remember they was rating the rate about 70% completion rate. Shador, like, give Jacoby Morgan the same energy.
I'm taking any quarterback that throwing 70% and ain't turning the ball over. Come on, playing him.
That's crazy. I'm like, listen, I'm not here to take up for no Power State, but I'm like, God damn, like the kid's 70%, like Jesus Christ. And listen, he wasn't playing the best talent. I'll give you that. Okay, Scotty, he wasn't playing the best teams. I mean, like, he only can do what he can do when he playing. I mean, at the end of the day,
Alabama's pass completion rate. Go look at it. How many interceptions they throwing?
Yeah.
So, man, what more do you want from the guy? Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all, please.
I'm gonna keep telling you. I'm like, listen, Cam it fits the system better, especially when you do RPOs. To have a quarterback who can hit his head on the goalpost when you're doing an RPO, it matters. And I understand that, and I would agree with that. But don't get on my line talking about some Cameron McCoy is the better thrower of the passer. That's where I have to disagree with you. He is not a better passer of the football. And if you would actually go watch some film, that's the part that I don't understand. People will argue with you and don't watch an ounce of film and just tell you, hey, man, I like what I see. But why do you think he left Eastern Michigan? Go watch his Eastern Michigan tape against South Alabama, and you come back and tell me if you think the kid's a better passer than Jacoby Morgan. Or go watch Jacoby Morgan at Syracuse as a freshman.
Facts.
I say again, go watch Jacoby Morgan at Syracuse as a freshman and tell me who has the better tape. Do that. Do some due diligence and do that. 1694 coming to you.
What's going on, Scotty and Mike Reed? What's happening, y'all?
What's up? What's your name? Where you come from?
Neckbone, calling from Brandon, Mississippi.
Neckbone.
Man, I just was calling in for a little score prediction, man. I'm going JSU 21-10, man.
21-10.
I like it.
Morgan's finna
I like that.
Take them down the Saturday, man.
Oh, that's not bad. 21-10.
I like that. I like that. It's a good prediction.
I mean, once if I see a 601 area code, I know they ain't picking Grambling. I got down.
Oh man, my mama got a scholarship from Grambling, man. So it's all love on both places. But I just feel like JSU, man, they got too much talent this year, bro. And TC Taylor, he running that offense, man. And you can't go wrong with that. But I had a question for Mike Reed, though, bro.
What you got?
Man, what in the world is Buck Neely doing down there in Colorado? Why is he making himself look like a fool like that, man?
What'd he do?
Man.
He just up there on his platform lying about nothing. I thought he knew about football, but he's always a lie. Lie after lie.
Listen, Nick Bone, that guy don't even exist to us no more.
Oh Lord, no, not Mark Reed did it.
That guy Neely don't even exist no more. I hadn't heard nobody bring up his name in so long.
It looked like he's gonna be coming back anyway. Y'all gonna let him back after they go 3-3 forever?
It's over with. It's over with. It's over with. It's over with. He might well retire when Dion retire.
Man, I was just calling in, checking on y'all boys. I ain't called in since Scotty had the dreadlocks, man.
Oh man, this has been a minute. God, no, I done cut them jokers a minute. It's about to be a year. It's about to be a year.
It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a while. Hey, appreciate the call, Nick Boy. Anytime, man.
Already, fellas.
All right, bro. Appreciate you. All right, last caller, 7998 coming to you.
Hey, Scotty. Hey, Mike.
What's going on?
I called to make a statement about can't hear you, Scotty.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Hello?
Yeah, we can hear you. Yes, sir. You're good.
Okay.
You're good. Yes, sir.
Okay. What I was calling to comment about, you know, I heard you say something about Jackson and Tennessee State doing a home and home. We tried that before. We were going to Nashville, you know, and to play Tennessee State. And the thing about that, Nashville is about double the mileage from Jackson that Memphis is. That's one of the reasons they started playing in Memphis. But the thing it is about Memphis, Tennessee State really not bringing that many fans. And I know if they're not bringing the fans to Memphis, they're not going to bring them to Jackson. So Jackson's going to end up losing, you know, when it comes to making money. I heard now, and I'm not sure about this, but I heard this weekend they made about $1.6 million in ticket sales. If we're not getting that from Memphis, and you said it was about 150,000 that we were getting from Memphis, and another thing, the fans here wanted another home game. We didn't have a full home game last year, and we were in need of of another home game just because of the fans. If Memphis is not gonna give us that, you know, there's no need of going back to Memphis. Now, if they cut us a pretty good deal, and our fans love going to Memphis to play Tennessee State up there every year, but Tennessee State wasn't holding up their end of the bargain. So I just don't see a reason to just go back up there just to be going. And a lot of our people want to. I do. I've been going for the last 30 years.
Oh, wow.
To the Southern Heritage Classic. Yeah. But if we're going to lose out like that, Tennessee State got to hold up their end of the bargain. Because if they're not bringing the fans, that's one of the reasons right now where they playing Pine Bluff up there, you know, they're just not getting the attendance. And they were there in Tennessee. And we would bring almost twice as many people from Jackson as they would have there in Tennessee. So, you know, I don't see ourselves, and a lot of people say, well, why don't y'all play a Division I school or something like that, you know, and, you know, get the big payout. If we can make 1.6 here in Jackson and the stadium wasn't even full, you know, if we bring in somebody that's going to fill up that stadium, or if we catch Southern on a good year playing them in a non-conference game, then we'll make a whole lot more than what we would if we played a Division I team. I just wanted to make that comment.
That's fine.
Appreciate y'all.
No, appreciate it. Appreciate the call. Thank you so much. Let me say this.
Hey, Scotty, Tennessee State don't even bring people to their home games. That's why I said at home to home.
The mindset that HBCU football fans have is distorted. I'm gonna keep saying that it is so distorted because in the landscape of college football, you are the only people who think like that. Nobody, and listen. I'm from Maryland. I have University of Maryland. I love the University of Maryland. At no point did we expect Duke to bring fans to Maryland. We know they're going to show up, but we don't expect them to come. That is only in the landscape of HBCU where you expect your opponent to bring fans. I do not understand it. It is not their job to make y'all ass money. And when you're telling me, well, Scotty, they don't bring fans, so we don't want to go there. Like, that shit is stupid.
We can make that money ourselves.
It is dumb.
That's what I'm referring to, Scott. I'm referring to making money ourselves. I get what you're saying now.
Yeah.
I get because listen, you know, it's a postman going around saying it say something like Deion ruined the Southern Heritage Classic. No, he didn't. He exposed them for not paying us.
Yeah.
So what you telling me? You want us to go all the way to Memphis for a measly $300,000 and pay our own expenses, paying for travel, paying for buses, paying for the hotel, paying to bring the boom.
Yeah.
So we really went grow somewhere probably like 100,000, Scotty.
Yeah.
So you want us to do that?
And to me, it's like listen. You get what you like. Your value is what you feel. Listen, it's nothing wrong if Jackson State says, hey, we want $2-3 million for the game. There's nothing wrong with that. I don't have no problem with you asking that. My issue is then that goes back to the promoter is Jackson State worth that? Because again, if you own your own business, you have to look at the bottom line. If I'm paying Jackson State $2 to $3 million, am I making $6 or $7 million off of them? Because if you're trying to count my pockets, that's the wrong answer.
Yeah.
That's the wrong answer. You get your value, and it's up to the promoter to pay you what you feel you deserve. If he tells you, I'm not paying you $2 to $3 million, then just do your own thing. But the mindset that HBCU fans have is absolutely dumb as hell. Like, it bothers me. When you went to the TCU game, did you see a whole side of fans of Central Florida, or did you see a section?
Yeah, a little section.
A little section. You saw purple and white everywhere, and you saw a little green and black and gold right there. That's how it works at college stadiums. It is your home stadium. It's for you to make it feel like you don't want to be here. Like, when you go to another team stadium, it's like, damn, why the are we here? I hate coming here. Like, they're going to get loud. They're going to say this. They're going to do this. They're going to do that. No, your mindsets are warped. It is warped, and you got to let that shit go. If that's the reason why.
That Southern Heritage Class has never been beneficial for Jackson State. Because when I was in grad school at JSU, one of my instructors was the associate athletic director, Darryl Woods.
Yeah.
He hated the Southern Heritage Class, Scott, because they weren't making no money. He hated it. He was trying to get out of it so bad, but the alumni stuck in their ways.
Yeah. But I mean, I enjoyed it. It's like, listen, let me tell you
it's a good time now, Scott.
It's a really good time. I just want Jackson State to get whatever value they feel they need to get.
What's the purpose of your program and make no money?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So
What's
to
the
me,
purpose?
like, because my first year traveling in the SWAC, the first year I came after the COVID, I went to the OBC and I was like, it's that 7-6 game. I was like, okay, this cool. I mean, it's all right. It's all right.
Yeah, but it ain't Memphis.
The next week, I went to the Southern Heritage Classic. I was like, oh, this is dope. I like this. This is, I mean, it was a vibe. Tailgates everywhere, RVs everywhere. I'm like, they say black people ain't got no money. Shit, these RVs expensive as hell out here. TVs, tents, pop-up tents, 3, 4, 5 smokers. I said, this is crazy. You got the Mississippi tailgate boys. They doing it big out there. Like, that was HBCU football. I'm like, oh, this is amazing. I feel like the kid, like, on the Incredibles, I don't know, looking for something amazing, I guess, right? I loved it. I was like, oh, this shit is fire, right? Key loved it. And she don't love nothing about Jackson, but she loved the Southern Heritage Classic. She loved it, right? So what I'm saying is I don't have a problem with you enjoying the event. just get the value for yourself.
Yeah, you got to make some money. This college football. You got to make some money,
enjoy
bro.
the event. So if you feel you're worth $2-3 million, if they got to double your payment from home to get you to come, I'm fine with that. Get your money. But the mindset that you guys have of, oh man, they're not bringing in your fans to that's the wrong mindset. You should have the mindset to fill your own stadium to make people feel like, damn, like, why do we got to go to Jackson? Jesus Christ, it's going to be 50,000 people in that joker yelling and screaming and OJ State and you don't want to hear that. When I know half y'all Bama's watched the Colorado-Nebraska game. I ain't seen no black and gold in them stands. That shit was red and white everywhere. I bet the N-word was flying left and right up in that joker. So that's what a hostile environment is. And that's why I keep trying to explain to y'all. Y'all can say 30,000 or whatever. FAMU's 12 to 15,000 stadium or 18 or 19 that is completely FAMU it will always be better, in my personal opinion, than a half-filled stadium with 32,000 people in it. I'm sorry. It just is. That is college football in my mind. When I walk into your home stadium and I look up and I see nothing but orange in the
They ain't got the boom. They ain't got the boom though, Scotty.
In the far end zone is a little slither of purple. That's always gonna to me, that's always gonna hit more of this is college football than half of a stadium being filled and the other half completely empty. Like, no. And let's be real. I've been to y'all whack ass games. Y'all don't do shit unless you score. So all that 32,000 don't mean shit when you're not doing nothing. Y'all be the quietest ninjas in the planet. You can hear a pin drop at Jackson State when you're not scoring, when you losing. I'm telling you, I've experienced it. There's nothing you can tell me. I've experienced it on both sides. I experienced it at the Soul Bowl. I experienced it at the Celebration Bowl. You guys don't do shit unless you're scoring or a big play. This is what y'all sound like. Y'all sound like black comedians at a comedy club. Giggle, giggle, giggle. The joke here, I'm not lying. I am not lying. Unless the boom is playing.
Win or lose, the boom gonna crank, Scott.
Unless the boom is rocking, or unless you guys are winning, or you score a touchdown, that's the only. Y'all don't say defense. Y'all don't say nothing. I've been to the Southern Heritage Classic. I've seen y'all operate. I've been to the Celebration Bowl. I've seen y'all operate. I've been to y'all home game. I've seen you operate. You are not an in-tune fan base. You're not. You're not. Unless the band is playing a song or the DJ is playing something to make you go like this and everybody up there shaking their ass. That's it. At least FAMU, they yell defense. Let's go. They are in tune with the game. They are. Their announcer makes them get up for third down. You hear them yell. You hear them yell defense.
So every third down, he don't know about the dark side defense.
But you don't do
know. Every third down, say something about the dark side defense.
The crowd does not get involved. I've been to your crowd. They don't get involved, Mike. You're lying. This ain't something I've heard. It's something I've seen. I've been in the stands.
Don't do it every third down. Don't do announcer. Don't do announcer say it's third. Give it up for the dark side defense. It's third down. Am I correct, Zoe?
You don't make any noise. You don't.
Zoe, am I correct?
Bro, I'm telling you, you do not make any noise. I've seen it. Now, maybe under TC Taylor, it might be different, but that don't make no sense because you had one of the two best teams in the 2 years you had running, and y'all still weren't doing nothing with it. So what I'm saying to you is instead of y'all getting y'all ass off attendance, you need to focus y'all ass on interacting into the actual game, making noise on fourth down, making noise. You don't make noise. That's the whole point of having a field. You got 30,000 people and you sound like you got 1,000 in there. Fam, you got 12,000 or 15,000 people. It sounds like 30,000 people in there. It's a difference. It is a difference.
We'll see when Fam you come to the Jack. We got something for him.
Okay, we'll see.
We got something for him.
We'll see. I'm just telling you, at the end of the day, HBCU fans and football fans, they're horrible. Alabama A&M fans, trash.
I agree with that statement, Scott. I agree overall.
Yeah, they're trash. Like, y'all don't understand. You literally come watch the game like you're watching a movie. And that's not what football is about. It's not. You're just as a home field crowd, you're supposed to be the interaction into the game. You're supposed to be the 12th man like it's supposed to be, but black people don't understand that. And it's crazy to me because you'll take your ass to LSU and you'll scream and yell. You'll take your ass to Alabama, you'll scream and yell. You'll take your ass to Auburn, you'll scream and yell. You'll take your ass to Georgia, you'll scream and yell because you know why? You do as the Romans do. That's why you don't want to be the only black person sitting in the sea of white, sitting like this, and everybody else up and yelling, "Oh, get loud!" Come on, man, stop it.
Hey, Scott is correct to a certain degree now. He cooking. He cooking to a certain degree.
What's up, Zoe?
Now look, I'm gonna be the first one to give you the gospel when you're talking about this. Now, Scotty, for the most part, is telling the truth. But and I have to say this. He's telling the truth. But I have to give, and we actually said it on the program, I had to shot. I've been the biggest advocate of stating, our game day experience, and the fans got to get better. But I have to come to their defense. Look, if they foul and they doing it, they ain't doing it. But we said it at ULM. Our fans were engaged. They yelled defense the whole entire game. They were engaged. It was the best I've seen them in decades. I got to keep it a book. And they were engaged a little bit, not as good as they were at ULM. They were engaged for the Southern game, but there were times when they got quiet too. I got to keep it a book. But at the same time, with me saying it, Scott is right. Now, I have myself have said it, you know what I'm saying? And you hit the nail on the head when you say when their Romans do as Romans do, because the same people that go to these Jack State games can go to a Saints game and fall in line and do everything that needs to be done. They can go to an NBA game and fall in line like it needs to be done.
Come on.
And again, the atmosphere is not the same. But now, two things can be true. They are not on par. But I got to give Jackson State fans credit, because in the ULM game, if you had been there, you'd been like, is this Jackson State fans? Because we came out and I said it. I had to give them kudos, because I said, look, they have been on it. They were actually on their feet cheering defense the whole entire game. It was the best I've seen Jackson State fans, I'm telling you, in over a decade. And they dropped off a little bit for the Southern game, but they were engaged. But I can't say this. I can't speak for all HBCUs because they are different. But one thing particular with Jackson State's fan base is our fan base, for the most part, the diehards, they're the older generation. They're older people. We're talking about the average JSU real diehard are in their late 40s, 50s, and 60s. So they're not going to be the kind that's going to stand up on their feet and cheer all game. You know what I'm saying? And then again, we have old habits. And so we're trying to integrate. And I think there's a demarcation there where we're trying to integrate a younger fan base and the younger alums. And if you get those, then we can try to possibly get what you're talking about, Scotty. So again, I can't disagree with what you're saying, because you hit the nail on the head. It needs to get better. We need to be better. But I just had to call them and say that at least on Jackson State Park, they did the damn thing for that ULM game. I cannot take that away from them. But again, we weren't like ULM for the Southern game. We cheered, but it wasn't the same. But I'm glad that you're having the conversation, because we got to do better as a whole. Because I've seen it firsthand. I even told you, Scotty, back in the 80s, Southern was a very tough environment to play in. Bragg is still the same. I'll give Alabama State kudos, because Alabama State is a tough place to play. But by and large, throughout the conference, it's not the same. It is very laid back. It is very, I call it black country clubbish. You know what I'm saying? It is a lot of kicking. They don't stand up. It's not venomous. It's not vitriol.
Yeah.
We need that.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, when you go to a Texas State, I wish we put the student section behind the visitor benches like they do there. I even made the comment, and I'll get off. I even made the comment, our student section for the Southern game. I was like, damn, do I say we got a real legit student section now? I said that at the Southern game. But again, they're right beside the boom. And I say it'll be better if they were behind the visitors bench. We got to create that culture, and we don't have it. So I just want to drop that again. Scotty, you're right. But I did have to defend JSU on that point, but we still got a long ways to go. So I just wanted to come on the line just to give that little tidbit, bro.
Hey, no, and listen, though, I want to be very clear. My critique is to get better. It's not to just berate it because I want to be. I'm glad when you tell what you're telling me about ULM and their experience. I'm happy because because to me, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart. If HBCU fans could ever get to the level of a white crowd, it is there's not a stadium in the world that could compare to the experience that you get at an HBCU football game if the crowd was involved. If the crowd had that vitriol, if the crowd had that angst, that anger, that we're going to make ourselves known. If the Texas A&M 12th man was at Jackson or the Texas A&M 12th man was at Alabama State, that would make this football space just even more electric. And that's what you're looking for. That's just all you're looking for because you got everybody trying to imitate us. Like they playing Mo Bamba at white schools. It is Mo. I got hoes calling a young nigga phone. Why is that the song that they played at Penn State? Why aren't you playing Miley Cyrus? Party in America.
Well, guess what, Scotty? Basically, what you're saying and giving that example is one word and one word only: intentionality. We have to be intentional on creating that environment.
Yep,
so
that's true.
Think about the example you just gave. That's not a natural thing for Penn State. That's not a natural thing for Auburn or even LSU. They're being intentional on doing so. And so we have to be intentional. The problem is, and one thing in Black culture, well, I'm not gonna say Black culture, but a lot of us, right? We like a lot of things to just be organic and fall in our lap. You have to create that. You have to be intentional on that. So like if you want a hostile, you don't just naturally have a hostile place and then it does it over and over and over again. You have to be intentional. You have to say, we want to create this. This is a template that we want to implement. So just like we can see somebody that want to play swag circuit on the loudspeaker, guess what? They did it. Damn it, we gonna do it. It's the same thing. You have to be intentional on creating the environment that you want to use. Also, I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna get off. With HBCU fans, when you go to a game or the schools, the people that come to the game, they are your customers. What are Black people as a society known when it comes to business? We're horrible at customer service. And so guess what? The fans are your customers. Damn it, create better customer service. We got to get better at it. That's all that it is. You have to be intentional on creating good customer service to have a better product. You want the fans to have a great experience, but you also need to create the environment for that experience. Point blank period.
Point blank period. Man, as always, man, I appreciate the call, Brody.
Later.
All right, man.
Hey, Scott, I went to TCU game, right?
Yeah.
Like the theatrics is so crazy. You ain't got no choice but to turn up in the fireworks every time they score. Smoke. Listen, usually it be smoke and stuff when the players run out. TCU does it when they run out from halftime, Scotty. I've never seen it. I've never seen a school when they run out from halftime. They do the whole thing over again. The smoke, the horns, all that. I've never seen it.
It's a new game. It's a new game.
It's a new game. And like Zoe said, their student section is behind the visiting team sideline. Right there up on them. Going crazy. So
listen, I've seen me at games. Listen. Listen, the crowds ain't big enough to even talk. Like, the crowds ain't big enough, man. They just not. Like, I went to the Howard and NCCU game. I was in a high school stadium. You know what I'm saying? So let's just stick on the swag. Let's just stay there. We not even that's apples to oranges. They got an attendance problem. Okay, like y'all don't have an attendance problem. Y'all have an interaction problem. Two different things. But no, man, listen. And I want to be serious because I know people be like, "Oh, Scotty, you hating and you tearing down." No,
Scotty, right to a certain.
I love, like Perry said, I love this nigga shit. Okay, like I love it. Let me be honest with you. But my thing is, we can be better. We can be better. And what's really tough to me is watching, and no disrespect to Blue, watching Auburn swag surf is atrocious. Watching white people, 80, 90,000 white people all off beat swag surf, it is atrocious.
Hey, hold on. Let me take off my hat. Because you know what grinds my gears?
What's up?
At JSU game, this Scotty, I'm talking about, this make me lose my shit every time. When we get in the red zone, Scotty, these Belmers got the audacity to be yelling, what do we want? TD, what's that? Touchdown. Bro, we in the red zone. Shut the up and let the offense hit. Why are we yelling when we got the ball in the red zone?
Yeah.
Why? Why, Scotty? Why? Scotty, that shit right there pissed me off every time it happened. I'm like, y'all, come on, y'all. Be quiet, please. We got the ball, bro. We have the ball. Why are we yelling when we have the ball?
Yeah, that's the dynamic, though. That's the dynamic. And this is why, and this is why I'm gonna keep saying this, and you guys can say whatever you want. The bands, for me, for the interaction to get to where it used to be in the 90s and 80s, the band has to be able to play all the time. The band should be just allowed to play whenever, however, just it's their crowd noise. Like, we don't have 80,000 people in the stands. We don't have 90, we don't have 110 people at Ann Arbor, right? So you have a band. So why not let the band supplement for the crowd noise and play? Let the band play whenever, however, how long, whatever. Oh, God.
I don't understand it, Blue. Man, we get in the red zone. They talking about, so what do we want? TD, what's that? Touchdown. Man, shut y'all ass up.
Yeah, so
if you shut up, maybe we'll get a touchdown.
That's my thing, man. Just scrap it. And this is what I'm saying. Like, for me, it's like, if I keep saying this, if you're going to insulate. Like, if you want to keep it, if you want to be all black everything, you know what I'm saying? All black everything, insulate. I have no problem with it. So do your own stuff that works for you. You know your people don't get up for just, I went to the college game day. Black people don't scream naturally. That just, a whole bunch of black people together do not scream naturally. Go watch college game day when it was at Jackson State. You know how hard it was to get black people to scream on cue? That's white people stuff. We don't do that. We don't.
You got your phone. You know the people behind the scenes that be like this, trying to get everybody hype. Got no phone, wasting their time.
Dog, but I'm telling you, man, black people, until they saw their camera, they be like, the camera go by. Dog, I swear, I was there. I saw it with my own 2 eyes. We are not the type of people that you could just scream and yell with. So that just is what it is. But I'm not going to take up any more time. I know you got a lot of stuff to get done, Mike. Listen, man, let people know where they can find you at.
Oh, yeah, this weekend, man, I got to watch. You got the flyer, Scotty?
Oh, shoot. Go ahead. Talk about it.
I got a watch party Saturday. Shout out to my boy Eric Grayson. He tuned in. He texted my phone. He tuned in, man, at 5 Bistro. If you in the DFW area, come to 5 Bistro on Saturday. Get a couple drinks, get some good food. We gonna watch some JSU Tigers go to work. Scott about to bring up the flyer for me, you know. 5 Bistro. It's a black-owned business, so you know we like to patronize black-owned businesses. It's a Mike Reed watch party. I got a new series on Star. I'm gonna be watching them Tigers from week to week, man. You know.
Bam! There we go.
Yeah, there we go.
Let me take this banner down. So
if you in the DFW area, pull up on your boy. Pull up on your boy. We're going to drink good. We're going to eat good. And we're going to watch them Tigers beat up on them other Tigers. We're going to watch the real Tigers beat up on them other Tigers. If they show up to the game.
Make sure you tune in. Listen, man says I'm going to pull up, man. That's what's up.
Pull up on
the DFW area, it's 119 Bottom Drive, Gene Boulevard.
Botham Gene.
Yeah. Botham. Not Gotham, Botham. Botham Gene Boulevard, Dallas, Texas, 75215. All right. Let me see. It says call up the cruise Saturday, eventbrite.com. Man, make sure y'all go ahead and support my boy Mike. I know it's going to be live and lit and all the time. You already know what it is. Listen, I've been your boy Scott. This has been my boy Mike. Listen, until next time, you know what I'm going to do. I'm going to holla. God bless.